Advancing guard.
Foot dive.
All right, are we good? It's looking like we're good. I'm hoping we're good. All
I think
right.
we're good.
Looking good, looking good, looking good. Oh, that's what we just need to fix right there. There you go. Well, Michael on the chat says locked. Okay, Ogre vibing. Yeah, you know, we gotta have that Tekken Tag Tournament remix there. Ogre theme from Rukanetsu. But either way, right now we are live. All right. So, Talking Tokon podcast, episode 9. We are almost at 10. I still can't believe it. Hope you guys can all hear us good. If you can hear us good in the chat, please let us know. If you can't, well, also let us know, because I don't really want to do a 3-hour Mind podcast. I think that'll be the biggest challenge I've ever had. But either way, listen, enough about that. You already know what it is. I'm Chrome Alchemist. I was that guy who was flying all across the world, chasing Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Absolutely obsessed with the game. Sadly, that has drawn to a close, but a new chapter will open. But we'll talk about that very, very shortly. Also with me is one of my permanent co-hosts. You already know. If you don't know, get to know. Because Lord knows that you have not been in the FGC very long, which is fine. It's fine. Welcome. If you know us, welcome back. If you don't know us, welcome. I am joined by C4. He doesn't want me to hype him up, so he says hyping people up's cringe. So I won't be cringe this time, all right?
Just me.
Oh, just you.
Crazy.
Yeah, don't anyone else. Don't know me. That's fine. I'm just a good guy. I'm just the Wolverine button presser.
The Wolverine button presser. Humble gimmick. I hear it. So, either way, normally we are also here with Earthbender Charlie, but Earthbender Charlie has not made it just yet. Will make it eventually. Time zone differences, you know what it is. He is across the planet. Right now where he is, it is 6 a.m. So I'm sure once he gets up, he will join us and we'll get it all sorted out. But until then, who we also have are some of New Jersey's finest, the East Coast of the USA, the Beast Coast, right? You already know
the Heat Coast, in my opinion.
Oh, the Heat Coast now, yeah?
Dying. We're dying right now.
Listen, you ain't alone. I'm going to tell you that right now. You ain't alone, because we are sweltering. I was just in Nevada. I got off the plane 12 hours ago, and I'm telling you right now, I was not suffering as much over there as I am here in the United Kingdom. But either way, I am joined by the Faust extraordinaire, the Guilty Gear obsessive enthusiast pro, right? Also multi-talented, does also commentate. Like I said, one of East Coast finest. I'm joined by Pandabetic. Pandabetic, talk to us.
That.
All right.
I got nothing to add really for myself. You'll know how I am. You'll know how I am once we get to the topics and things.
Okay.
It's also a TO.
Also a TO. Excuse me. I didn't do my due diligence. I apologize.
Should I say
right?
XTO at this point?
It's a streamer now.
Yeah, streaming. Finally streaming on my account now. Holy.
Listen, if you typed in, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls into YouTube, you would have seen him playing Black Panther against SSK, another one of the Mandem. Shout out to SSK. So, you know when Marvel Tokon drops, Pandabeck is going to be all over that like a rash. But
oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you know that. But also, that's not the last person we've got. We've also got Tio Extraordinaire, one of the pillars of the Jersey FGC. Iron grid, stand up, bang your doors, bang the iron, bang the grids. You already know, Tempest, what is going on?
What's up, y'all? I've been grinding this game way too much. It got a little bit of the way of my TO duties. Game is lit. What's up, you guys? You guys watching and know who I am. You know what it is. I'm gonna nerd out for like a couple hours. So
Listen, there is no such thing as banging this game out way too much. Just FYI, right? Because I remember I didn't mention this. I forgot to mention this on the last podcast. Tempest played Tempest previously at Cobra Breaker. Fantastic person to be around. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, let's play some matches. Let's play some matches. As soon as the camera got on, I was like, oh, okay, nice confirm. Oh, okay, that was good. Oh, okay, I'm getting my ass beat. And then as soon as the set was done, Tempest was like, yeah, I watched all of your videos, all the breakdowns, and just made a little, you know what I mean? Made a little cheat sheet. So I did a matchup. And no, the matchup you did. So this is a person who does their due diligence. So respect for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be looking forward to playing you a lot in the coming months. But we were all at EVO, right? So we did all witness the latest build of Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. We also had... do you know what? This is between you guys, but myself, C4, and Charlie, who's not here right now, having a bit of a civil war with the OST and what the best song was on the OST. Look at you shaking your head already, C4. What's going on there? Wait, you shaking your head already? Yeah.
I don't want to have this conversation. But I'm here for longer. You can do it if you want. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
You ready, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So look, C4 thinks that. Wait, what? Okay, C4, I believe, thinks that the best Marvel Tokon Fighting Soul song is Storm, right? Am I correct?
I don't want to say by far, but yes. I think in the last picture in the Discord group, that's my tier list.
Yeah? Okay. Well, one sec. Echo's insane on C4, help my boy. So, let's just...
I'm muted on...
No, you're good, you're
muted.
good. If anything, it'll most likely be on my end. So let me just see what I need to fix there.
Double danger. Whatever I'm doing isn't good.
C4 audio is
bueno.
Double. All right, let's see. What we need to fix that.
I'm going to see if I haven't got two windows open or something. I don't think I have.
I've probably got. Oh, I know. No. Yeah, so video is yeah. Because I've muted everyone else on video except for C4. So that is a technical issue on my end. That's what happens when you be. Oh my God! I just saw someone pop up. Wait, one sec. Wait. Let me just.
He said argument, and then Charlie appeared.
I just woke up, man. I'm so sorry. My bad.
No. Your thing.
I didn't even go to the toilet. I just woke up. I just turned the PC straight on. Activate.
Listen. Throw that straight on in the toilet. It's all good. Just don't make it too graphic. It's all good. You can make it tasteful. Tasteful toilet cam. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's hilarious. We started already, right?
We certainly have, but it's all good. You can talk away because you came actually at the right time. So give me 1 second. I'm going to talk about
BGMs.
We certainly are talking about
BGMs. Okay.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Came right at the perfect time.
Get my own coffee ready. This is still, I'm dialing it. I'm ready.
All I can say is we all have our own personal taste.
Yeah.
True. But
like I'll say right now, I'm a metalhead, so some of the songs that are in the game, I'm like, oh, that's approved. I literally have it in my tier list as metalhead approved.
Interesting. All right, do you know what? You give us yours, just because I'm still sorting out C4's audio. So before we get into that, let's hear your. Do you have a top 3 or top 5? If you don't have a top 3 or top 5, just let us know your favorite ones.
I actually have a top 5.
Woo! Prepared. I like
mine.
it. Look at Batman over here with the prep time. Go for it. Oh, excuse me. No. That's what's the Marvel equivalent? There is no Marvel equivalent. Anyway, we don't mention the other side.
Moon Knight's not in the game, so
Iron Man. Right? It's Iron Man's prep time guy, I guess. I don't know.
Doom? Doom doesn't need prep time. He can do it. IRL. Real time.
Wait, do you know what? I've actually okay, here's where the mystery comes now, because I have got you muted on. Where have I not got you muted? That's so bizarre. All right, go on. Give us Vanderbeek, please give us your top 5 real quick.
Okay, so as someone who has been listening to metal since I was like 12, I'm 31 now.
Jeez.
I grew up listening to like Lamb of God, Slipknot, and all that. And nowadays, I like what is coming out now with bands trying to do something different with their music, trying to be more operatic. And I can't lie, just listening to Magic's theme is perfect for me. Just like hearing the background of it all, like the slow, not slow in terms of the tempo, but like when you reach the midway point and the breakdown, and then like it actually goes heavy and you hear the screaming, it's music to my ears of just like this is what I want, especially from a character like Magic that's like so easily, especially in the comic books, of just like she's a metalhead. She may not like act like one or exactly dress like one, but she's a metalhead at heart. Like she loves what she is, she loves what she's doing, and that kind of like the theme kind of exuberates that, I feel, and I just love it as well.
I agree. I agree. That's a fantastic pick, and I honestly, when I first heard that, I thought it was one of the best themes in the game, like by far, like quite easily. Do you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though.
For number 2, funny enough, I don't think in the betas I heard Ghost Rider's theme at all, even though I played him in the second beta. Dude, his theme goes hard. Like he could put Magic down at number 2 in my opinion. It's got like a Common Rider feel to it. There's bits and pieces of it that sound like something from Dragon Force. Like even the lyrics of the song, it all goes perfectly together. It's like, oh my god, like he would convince me just from the song alone. I have to play him.
Definitely good theme as well. Definitely a good theme. Well, was that free?
For my number 3, it's kind of like a weird pick. Not that this one is weird, but more so like 3 to 5 are kind of like a mishmash. My 5, to go from number 5 up, 5 is probably Iron Man. I love Man in the Metal. I love the lyrics. I sing it to myself when the ADHD kicks in. Hearing the song, there's like parts of it that sound as though it wasn't spliced smoothly, if you know what I mean. Like I love hearing in the breakdown of like you can hear the metal of the suit being made as he's going, Man in the Metal. I think that's hot. I think that's awesome. But then like it goes back to the main riff, and then it returns back to the when you hear that section when he's making the Iron Man suit. There's this feeling of like, oh, you can tell just how the horns are, that it's like him becoming Iron Man. He's rising to become a hero. Like I get that feeling from it. Then it just like randomly goes back to the riff, and then it goes back to, yeah, now I'm Iron Man. I'm part of the Avengers. That kind of feeling. It's like I want to sit on that more, and then switch back to the main riff of like gonna be, but like it doesn't sound spliced correctly, I feel.
Right. Well, shout out to Danscape for that either way, because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's got to come and get involved again. You know what I mean? Make the executive decision. Got to put
it's
the
a
prints
kick-ass
on
song
there.
nonetheless. For number 4, Doom. And funny enough, I don't know if this was intentional by whoever is the head composer. It literally sounds like a Doom song, like the march of, not even like the March of Villains. It's the March of Doom. It just sounds like something you would hear from a Doom game of like, hell yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we're going to be talking about that one in a second. Go on, give us the 5th one, and then we're gonna wait. See, actually, before C4, just say hello. Say something.
1 2 1 2. Echo.
Nah, good. I think you're good now. You sound like slightly echo, but I think you're good now. You're not doubled. Anyway, go for it. Let's say that 5th before me and VC4 and Charlie start arguing. Go for it.
Number 3 is
number 5,
I feel like it's kind of obvious. Magneto.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. You went straight for the so vocals. You're a fan of the vocals in this game. I know the vocals can be a bit divisive for some people. It sounds like
I'm a fan of just good songs in general, or good beats. Like, to give a comparison, I know some Stray players that love Kai's theme, but every time I hear it, there's like feedback that I hear in the background whenever they do the main riff. I'm like, how do you guys just not hear that? I hate hearing that sound, and like that alone makes me dislike the song, even if it is a good song. I hate hearing small little mistakes like that.
Crazy. Well, either way, so as of right now, the last thing we was talking about is that C4 believes that Storm's theme is the best theme in the game. Maybe not by a country mile, but definitely is the best theme. By beta 1, I also thought it's the best theme in the game. But since then, I have changed my tune. I think, oh God, which one do I think? I mean, it definitely ain't Danger. That's for damn sure. That's probably one of the worst themes in the game. We at least were in agreement on that one. That was awful. I love that character so much, and that theme's so bad, bro. What did they do? I don't know. Either way, I would say that I prefer Doom's theme over Storm's theme, and for the reasons Pandabetic said, I think it's almost like it's like a Darth Vader theme in a way. It's almost like that, right? Like March of the Empire, like it's definitely. I think it's the most thematically accurate. Yeah, it's the most thematically accurate. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes it so amazing to me. But yeah. And Charlie, I forget which one you thought was the best one. Which one do you think was the best one?
I went with Magic easily. Like I was literally at the gym and I was going through the songs, and then Magic just slipped straight into my gym playlist. Like it actually transcended. Like it went from my anime video game playlist into the gym playlist. So that's quite high praise. I just like it a lot because it's like it feels very much like an RPG battle theme. You know what I mean? And everyone knows I'm into my RPGs. So yeah, Magic's theme. I'm actually not a good fan or a big fan of the screaming part. Thank God it only lasts for like 12 seconds. It's not that I don't like that kind of shouting in music. It's just like I feel like it's a little bit out of place and doesn't blend in smoothly, which is actually a problem I have with some of the Tokon music. I feel like the mixing, like, has anyone heard Drake's new album?
God no.
I have not
Drake's new
actually.
album.
I was meaning
And
to.
it's gonna sound like a random.
God.
It's gonna sound like a random like thing to bring up, but Drake's new album is not bad, right? But like, there's a lot of parts where the beat changes, and it's like you're already satisfied and happy with what it's doing in the song, and then it just completely changes. And I think Tokon music does that quite often to the point where it kind of like rocks the boat and kind of shakes your enjoyment of what you're listening to. So, and I think Magic's song does that just for a little bit for me, but then it goes back to the RPG battle music shit that I like. So yeah, well, Magic's my number one. Am I going for my list or just you just
give the number one for now. We'll have to return to that one because obviously we got a couple things to go through. But just wanted to sort of warm up and you know what I mean, make sure we're all good. Let's see.
I was echoing. Am I good now?
I think it's sorted now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I think it's like feedback from us into Chrome stuff.
Yeah. It was all on my end. So you can hear, if you guys can hear everybody good now, please let us know. Also, just want to give a little cheeky shout out to everyone that's been in the chat as well. Tyrant UK, I saw you there. FTC Redeemer, welcome back. Good meeting you in person as well. Remark Hollow in the chat there as well. That's a goat wheel way back. Rod CU25, Dub Mobile, and a couple others. When you sound off, I'll be sure to shout you out as well. But yes, either way, listen, I can somewhat agree with what you're saying, but I think the thing about a good, varied OST is that you do kind of want a lot of layers and a lot of sort of a nice sort of distance between the tunes as well. Sometimes you want it to be thematically like quite distinct, right? Penny Parker's theme feels so different to everything else. I know you're talking within the actual song itself. I mean, hopefully the round will be long over before you even hear that part you're talking about. I mean, because that theme is quite long, to be honest with you. Like, it's about
like over like 3 minutes.
Yeah. By that point, someone's got their head caved in. The match is done. Do you know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear that, so it's all good.
Yeah,
but
I think it's just like a matter of like mastery with the. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to a party, right, and like the DJ's mixing into the next song. A good DJ will mix into the next song seamlessly. A shit DJ will not give a fuck. It'll just press play on the next track, and then we're rolling, right? And I just think it's more of one of those things where I just wish it was a little bit more seamless. And I don't think they're doing the dynamic music thing. You know how like in First Strike, when it goes from first round to second round, there is a part in the song where it kind of tries to dynamically mix, where it does like a breakdown and then it smoothly transitions into the next version of the song, right? Or if you're playing FF7 like Rebirth and it goes from the field version of the track into the battle theme and it smoothly transitions. I don't think Tokon is doing that. So if it was, then the hiccupy nature of the beat switch wouldn't matter because it would be dynamically transitioned anyway. But because I don't think it's doing that, it's like a little bit more noticeable for me.
I hear it. Any chance to mention his favorite game as well, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth? Don't worry, I heard it. I saw you. It's cool.
Yeah, all good.
But
all
look,
good.
I'm sure we'll be returning to that one. Either way, we've got a lot to go through. I mean, listen, we had the final team reveal. The Samurai Outriders, not the Midnight Suns, as we all thought. So, I mean, we can quickly touch upon that. Do you know what, Charlie? Actually,
Before you do that,
go ahead.
Can I point out the racism? I didn't get to defend Storm's theme, by the way. All the other songs got a defense. I didn't. You just said you like Storm's theme. I was like, yep. You went. Oh,
I don't
so
think we even
Charlie,
heard Tempest's
tell me what you like.
song.
I like that.
I didn't get to defend it. Magic got defended. Magneto got. It's cool. You know what?
We're hating on your specific
always putting her down. That's fine, bro. That's fine.
Nah. All right. No. We're going back. We're taking it way back. We go. C4. Defend. Do that right now. Crossover before we reflect. Let's do it, huh? Yeah?
If you are an individual that has the ability to dual wield 2 eardrums, you know it's the best tune.
Nice.
It's literally got everything you talked about in Doom's one, but more. There's an actual story, and the reason it's the best one is because it doesn't start with Storm. It actually starts with Shuri. It's a Wakanda theme first, until shit gets pear-shaped, and then they call the goddess. Like, goddess. I know you guys, like, I think with things like Devil May Cry, they've got the whole, like, orchestra sort of feel to it, and the harmonization. This song screams clouds parting, people stepping back because the queen's about to fuck shit up, bro. Like, I don't understand. This song only works with Storm, in my opinion. This song only works with Storm. I know when we was talking to Charlie, he said, like, it's a good song. I was like, yeah, it is a good song. But like you guys were saying about Doom, it's a Darth Vader song. I agree. There is no one who has this. She is coming to defend Wakanda because T'Challa's not around. He probably got bopped in the head and he's in a coma. And Shuri ain't ready yet. So they get Beyonzo, bro. The goddess. I don't know, man. It's the only thing that comes close is Spider-Man, and that's because you can screw face to it.
That's right. That's a top 5 theme. Hey, listen. Hey, we're gonna be campaigning for that. We're gonna be campaigning for that.
I can agree with your Storm reasoning because I have it in my top 10. I can even say someone like Star-Lord as like a top 10 because I get that same feeling of like this sounds like something Star-Lord would totally play if it was like Saturday morning. He's trying to save a planet and he's just like zooming in, just like, hey, it's me, Star-Lord. You know. Like I can believe that hearing his theme.
Yeah, I'm biased. I don't even play the character.
I hear it.
No,
I didn't
honestly,
say
my top 3, but all my top 3 are all like metal songs. So it's Storm, Doom, and Magic.
Right,
Star-Lord's number 4.
The order is important, Tempest. What order is it?
Magic definitely has the best theme. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
It might be an American thing, guys. Like, I think who knows?
It might be a Jersey metal thing. Who knows? No.
I think that theme is honestly amazing.
I just can't accept Doom, bro. I can't accept Doom.
You can't
it's a good song, but it's not better than Storm.
You know.
Yeah, no. Doom's not a number 1, but it is a good song.
So I wasn't saying that I thought it was number 1. I forget what my 5 was. I'd have to go back in the chat, but it was I just had literally. Do you know what? This entire argument started because I had Doom 3rd and I had Storm 4th, and he was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like,
"He's still the top 5."
Yeah, exactly. What do you mean?
Is it the tiering matters so much? It was just Doom. Like I get the Magic thing. I think Magic songs okay, and everyone said that was first. And I'm not saying that Storms is better than Magic. I'm just saying Storms is better than Doom. It's definitely better than Doom. That's all I'm saying.
It's in the same ballpark.
Put it this way, yeah. When it comes,
it's in the
that's
same team. It's in the same team. It's in the same team. There you go.
Doom
Okay,
is loop central. As soon as that
Okay,
melody drops, ain't no one listening. No
Nah,
one
think
listening.
that-
Elevator music.
I think Storm's theme is objectively what? Actually, let me not use the O word
Uh-oh,
right now. Let me not use the O word. But okay, well, I already ripped off the lid, so let me just allow it to proceed. I think Storm's theme is objectively, sonically better than Doom's theme, as in it's more entertaining and fun and engaging to listen to. But I think where Doom's themes shine is again what you guys said, like it just earns a lot of points for thematically. Like clearing the assignment basically. Like it really does sound like Doom, like a Darth Vader theme, like all of those things that you guys said. Like it really does gain points for that. But like it doesn't. I don't think it sonically sounds better than Storm's. But that's where like taste and music and everyone's own opinion comes in, right? But yeah, I just think sonically Storm's theme is a lot more entertaining to listen to.
So I
You
mean,
can give the same opinion for good theming in someone like Wolverine's theme. Like at first, I wasn't really fucking with the acoustic guitars, but then hearing it also transition to the Japanese flute instruments was like, oh, it's like a history of Wolverine's life. This is what this song is. Okay, I like it now.
that's what I respect to all. Yeah, that's what I respect for all of these themes. I mean, I don't think Wolverine's theme is that fantastic, but I do appreciate what they're going for with kind of every theme, but also that theme, right? But I would say
Wild West part as well.
Yeah, exactly. At the start, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good. Yeah.
Really, it's a really clever. Like they're all really clever and really well thought out. And it feels like as the game goes on, I think almost every theme that I first hated, eventually I either like, love, or accept is a good theme. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it feels like it's all just a matter of time. With Dooms, right? So for me, when it comes to themes, like, and it just comes to just like theory in general with like music, right? A lot of the time when it comes to like memorable themes or earworms, it's about like either the simplicity or it's about like something you can hum, right? And that like is like it sticks in my head like over and over because it's so simple, and yet it's still like they keep flipping it, and then when it adds, so you know the part where you're saying okay, the guitars come in and you're asleep, yeah. Eventually,
just when they lose the melody, the melody and the guitars are good.
Yes,
when it's just the guitars, it's any Strife song. I
hear it.
Around round 4, you just hear whoever's there just start grinding at the guitar. I'm just like, yo, this is the coolest. This is the sickest shit ever. Like in Strive, right? Zato's theme is 7 minutes. You don't get to the good part of the theme until 7 minutes. Strive doesn't last that long.
Bro,
Vikings
7 minutes is mental, by the way. That's mental.
Vikings theme.
Absolutely
too.
mental.
This is a 5-round game. You're definitely getting there in a round. All right. I actually started to take the tally as a TO. Yeah, I started taking the tally on average. Even long games take up to 7 minutes.
Yeah, they do take some time, to be honest with you. They do take some time, so you will hear all of it. But yeah, listen, this one we could definitely go for, but since I do want to get C4's opinions on a bunch of these topics, we'll try and sweep through some of that stuff. I mean, one thing that someone did ask is I forget the name of the user, sorry about that, but it was which theme are you looking forward to hearing that you haven't heard yet? And to me, that's gonna be Blade. For sure. Blade and Goblin for sure. Blade and Goblin.
So you've got Hulk, Goblin, Carnage, Blade, Deadpool, Loki. I actually want to hear Loki's.
Yeah,
maybe I'm realizing my bias. I like godly characters, so I like godly BGM. So I'm interested in Loki's.
So Quill and Loki are going to be your top 2 by the time the game comes out, bro. That's what's going to happen.
Quill's grown on me. I despised that at first, but it is actually grown on me a lot. It is grown on me. And Iron Man's. I didn't like Iron Man's at first, but
same.
I am the man in the middle now, bruv. I rate it. I want to be the man in the middle.
We're all men in the middle.
And Iron Man. I'm probably in the minority here. I think Iron Man's one is super cheesy.
Give it time.
It's the same guy that does what's the Exart song? Smell of the Game, and what's the Strive one?
No, I don't think that's Naoki.
Yeah,
I don't think that's Naoki.
I don't think that's Naoki.
But isn't it the same? Oh, well,
It's the
I don't
same
know.
composer.
No,
It's
Yeah.
Daisuke, but it's
composer,
not
yeah.
the same singer.
Yeah, I didn't like those other songs as well, so maybe that's
Yeah,
just
I
me.
was gonna say, like, I think the
fair.
difference with this OST versus Strive is that it's not just Naoki. It's like, here's a theme that's just instruments. Here's a theme that like has 30-second, vocal parts that only happen 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Like they learned from Strive, like, oh, people don't like these songs.
Yeah.
I think Danger should have had a dubstep theme, but that's just me. I don't know. I heard her theme, and I was
Nah,
like,
I agree.
this,
I agree.
This, this
I think they
RPG music,
tried.
man. Like,
Nah, it sounds like
Alright,
Professor X was like, we need to change the danger room. It's now a club. Why?
Yeah.
Super dry club, bro. Like just it's a shop with loud music.
Yeah, like I'm
The
gonna
lights will
sit
come on
down
and they're telling
then
you to
Rogue's
get
gonna
out,
come
bruv.
with like something I shouldn't be taking. And I was like,
That's the tripping
Weird
balls, bro.
techno, like it's offensively bad. That
Yeah.
song, like when you put it in the playlist with all these other songs, it doesn't fit. Like
I think I have her theme down in my list as "Give Me the Ox."
I think my one says "Make It Stop." Yep, just make it stop.
Bro,
That song is
doo-doo, bro. I was so. Do you know what? When I first heard it, I was like, I've got to give it time, and I gave it time, and it got worse. It didn't get better. So, who knows, man?
She didn't get better.
It just didn't get better. Do you know what? And it has the little vocal parts as well. Like you can see again that it was inspired. It was just didn't go hard enough, man. Unfortunately,
I thought it was gonna go like dark techno, and then it's like, oh, okay.
I think maybe because they made it a cutesy, they made it a robot girl, little anime robot girl, that they weren't sure where to land. Because if it was like Shin Whoopi Goldberg, like the original one, yeah, you would have just made that thing dark as fuck. Do you know what I'm saying? And it would have been sick. Like the thing is as well, right? It's funnily you think there's no precedent. Oh, no, I got train going by, boy. I know you can hear that. But give me 1 second. Yeah, I know. Like you think there's no precedent, right? That there's nothing to actually follow up on. But literally, Cyclops' theme is the danger room in Children Yatum, and that's like one of the best themes in gaming, let alone in that series in gaming. Yeah. So if you're coming like this for danger, I'm not impressed, man. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed. But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I got a miss. What can you do? I got a great character. I got a terrible theme. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
happens to the best of us, man.
Absolutely.
But hey, speaking of Blade, how are we feeling about the reveals, guys?
Oh,
nice
my
transition.
days. Listen, 3 black characters. You never see me pull the race card. Actually, C-Force, you pull the race card all the time. You never see me
not
pull the
often
race
though.
card.
Not often, to be fair.
There you go, the cosign.
Not often.
On launch. Do you know what? And whoever you were out there, yeah, who said Blade ain't going to be in the game because they already got 2 black characters on the roster. Yeah, where's your logic now? Huh? Where's your God now? Yeah, that's right. In fact, we got 4. Because, not Magneto.
Not Magneto. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, Tony.
We are so back.
Tony.
We are Tony Mandingo start.
If they introduce a Spider-Punk skin, is that 4 black characters?
Ooh!
If they put Miles, does that count?
Oh, that counts.
Too. That too.
It can't be a skin. It can't be a skin.
Oh yeah, because Miles is distinct enough, right? Yeah, I hear it.
They could. Well, no, it's Arc says. I don't know if they'd have the money currently to go that far. But I was thinking, like, what if like there is a Spider-Man skin where it's Miles and like it's the same voice lines, but it's Miles's voice. Same script and everything.
But then you're gonna have to do the electric powers, maybe put the glide in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is distinct enough.
Yeah.
Snap! I just realized Goblin's in the game. If he's got the fucking Osborne waves, he basically. Basically.
They made him black in Adventures Spider-Man. I think it's what the show's called. Like.
They did.
Black.
Yeah, they did that.
So we got like 7 black characters in the game. Is what you're telling me? All right, cool, no problem. It's all good. I'll
got
take
enough.
I say no.
Does Danger count?
Danger, technically.
If we get too many black characters, we're gonna start getting to complaining about DEI inclusion and stuff like that. So maybe we should. Yeah, I mean, we should be happy with what we got.
Facing these characters online.
Erica Badu.
I didn't want to play for another reason, but he's in it. I'm sure people are happy. Go for it. He looks like Johnny, so I'm gonna despise his character with a passion.
Oh, that was the reason. Okay, I actually don't think I ever did ask you the reason. I do remember the pushback back in, before when you were like, I don't want the character in the game. I don't even remember like, way back when you guys are saying, "Is this character relevant?" Don't think anyone cares. Everyone's
who?
gonna care now, huh?
Blade.
Oh, Blade.
Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes was relevant. I don't know if Blade was ever relevant.
Well, Blade's about to be relevant for a new generation, so we are so back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
How about it?
How about it? You know,
How about it now? Bro, I don't want to take away people's fun. If they really like Blade, they can like Blade. That's fine. I'm just saying we've got Deadpool and they both do the same thing. They both got swords and they both got guns. But one throws
for Marvel. Like, we already have Deadpool and
the
Dante.
official. That's not quite true. The official lore, he has the Muramasa blade, so he has the blade that can actually kill Wolverine. That is pretty sick.
True.
So
true.
They needed to give him the fucking Muramasa blade for him to be relevant.
Oh,
bro.
here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know what to tell you, bro. He's throwing toothpicks at people. Cool. Like, all right, you got him.
Man is saying that Blade is dog shit boosted now, bro. He's just given all these buffs just to compete. No, he's sick, bro, and he's been sick. And the real problem is that he's been kind of snubbed, not even because just a sheer popularity thing. It's like, how many chances has he really gotten to even be in the series? Do you know what I'm saying? Marvel 3 really would have been the big one, or like Marvel 2 or Marvel 3, and it didn't happen in Marvel 3. He was in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And he's in Rivals, obviously. So, you know what I mean? Now it's his time, man. Now it's his time. And listen, people are crying about this roster, but you know when I made that friggin' that reaction video, and I was like, no one's ever going to complain about this roster. And then I'd go online, and everyone's just like, this roster's garbage. I'm like, all right, man.
I did see a couple people say that.
That's no matter if you have 30 of everybody's favorite characters, of everything people exactly ask for. There's gonna be that one dude that's like, "Where's Cyclops?" There's gonna be that one dude that's like, "Where's Black Bolt?" You know, wherever that champion is.
Speaking into my soul, bruv. What?
Where's Squirrel Girl? No.
Where's Black Goliath?
He's all right.
But listen, I saw that trailer. I was super, super, super hyped for Loki. I think that exceeded the other two characters in my eyes. Right? I just like Loki. I like the TV show. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but I personally really like Loki. So I was
got
really
the stories,
hyped to see
bro.
him.
So good.
Loki's sick. Loki's sick. I like definitely Loki out of all of those characters. Like I said, even like before, I want Blade in the game, but I know I'm not going to play Blade. It's just for what it represents, I'm glad Blade is finally in the series. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in the fighting games and a Marvel related game, it's fantastic. Do you know what I'm saying? Loki looks more my kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely looking forward to trying Loki out, and I need a point anyway because I don't have a point character on my team. I've kind of realized that after Eva, don't really have a point character. So
Blade.
You want Blade? Yeah.
No, you can have Blade.
You
wanted him? Go pick him.
I didn't know. I wanted him in the game. I didn't want him on my team. So I said,
Inflation. Taking other spots for characters that people want to play. I see.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna blame you for when I don't get Silver Surfer.
Right, you're right. Nah, we should have put Songbird in. We should have put in like, you know what I mean, freaking Batroc the Leaper or some crap. Should have put Swordsman.
Put in Adam Warlock, bro.
I mean, Adam Warlock. I'm not opposed to Adam Warlock personally. I'm not opposed to Adam Warlock. I think
I'm a big. I saw the Reddit people that were like, "Yo, add in Paste Pot Pete." I agree. That character, you know, I know Condiment King was kind of lame, but Paste Pot Pete, man, that would be pretty hype. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? And thank you for reminding me. This, I don't know how you reminded me because it has nothing to do with anything, right? No Elsa Bloodstone. Come on, get in.
Bro,
we survived.
Anti-UK, bro. What do you mean?
Give me better UK characters, bro. Where's Captain Britain?
Who? Well, name another one.
Freaking Union Jack, bro. Union Jack's got twin pistols.
Okay. Name the UK part of the name. Okay.
It's gonna be sacrilegious, but Betsy Braddock is British. So,
there you go.
The old one, yeah.
Yeah. Don't make it Quentin. Nah, don't make it Quentin. Make it Betsy. Make it Betsy and full on English. Do it.
Wait. Charlie, would you care which Psylocke they bring?
That's a good question.
No, I wouldn't. Well, I don't know too much about the different versions, but any Psylocke would be.
Man, just watch Cheeks, bro. Well, there you go. Make it English.
It sounds.
The current one, the popular one is the one from Asia. No one knows about
Quentin,
the
yeah.
no.
pasty white
Yeah.
one, about the UK
Well,
one,
yes
the
and no.
chips and fish. No
Yes
one
and
knows.
no.
Oh,
Chips
Technically,
and-
no, not
Oh,
everybody
this
knows.
is-
No,
technically,
Chips
bro.
and-
No,
chips
bro.
and-
technically, their brains got like melted together, so they have like it's really weird. So basically, Claremont, back in the day, he had a thing for switching races for characters. I don't know why he did that, but he did it a lot. So she switched into an Asian woman, and then Claremont left or got fired or whatever what you may happen. So Psylocke stayed Asian. So then she stayed that way for a while, and then it turns out that she like switched bodies with like this other Asian lady, and they had like their mind switch, and the mutant legacy virus happened, and one of the Psylocks died, and she stayed in the Asian body, and for years and years and years she was Asian Psylocke, and then recently they brought them both back, but then they made another third Psylocke, which is in Marvel Rivals, who's just a pure Japanese one, and her wolf is named Logan, and that's a separate character. And in Marvel Rivals, that Psylocke, the basic answer is that it's all three. They're gonna make the skins for all three of them in that one character.
I made my point. Nobody knows that shit, bro.
I didn't know that
Thank
at
you
all.
for saying
I
it.
thought-
I
I
knew
thought
about
that's
the
Quentin.
I knew about the swaps, but that's what I said. No one knows that shit. It's it's the Asian one, the one from Marvel 2.
There you go.
That's the one everyone knows about. They don't know about the beans on toast one. No one knows about that one.
Put it this way: if Betsy Braddock was and Quentin were black, right? If Quentin was black and Betsy Braddock was in there, and someone said, "Can she say the N word?" It would be like technically. So that's what I'll go off of. Technically, do you know what I mean?
Bro,
We'll go-
her brother's
Can I highlight
Captain Britain. She can
someone in
say
the
any
chat?
words. She can say any word.
Can I quickly highlight someone in the chat?
Go for it.
Yep.
Mega Mike's TV says this guy says Blade ain't relevant and then wants Silver Surfer. Facts. Thank you.
Wow.
I don't want
Oh,
Silver Surfer because it's
just the
relevant.
blame.
Wait.
I
He
like
has his
it.
own
I
TV
like
show.
it. I
He's got
like
his
it.
own TV show. What?
Silver
Are we
Surfer
calling
is
Silver
not only
Surfer
irrelevant,
relevant?
he's trash, bro.
Own TV show. That was
I don't even
like
believe what he's
seven.
saying.
That was like 7 episodes or something, bro. That was
Garbage.
It was,
You know
it
what
was
I
two
I mean, my
seasons.
cat's been in a film that people remember. It might not have been good, but they remember it.
And you know what? You definitely ain't getting Silver Surfer because Goblin's got his
So-
glider,
so-
and that's all we need. He's fulfilled the glider
Sure.
function. Surfer's
Let the bitterness
downgraded
out.
to irrelevant.
Let it out, bro.
So which Silver Surfer are we talking about? The funny one
All
from
of
the
them.
past or the shitty one
All of
from
them.
now?
Norrin Radd
I would
is-
like Norin if they gave me the Filmo one from the new one, whatever. Silver
Shalabov.
Surfer's cool. Unlike other people, I don't care about what the public eye of the character. I want Silver Surfer because he's cool. If you like Blade and you're trying to pretend to me like he's relevant, that's up to you. He's not, but that's cool. Man got into
How would
the
you make a
Deadpool
character
film as
that
a
uses
cameo, and everyone
surfboard
thinks
to
Blade.
attack you? Like, oh yeah, here's my light. Here's my medium. It's just like swishing around in the fucking air.
Did y'all
like,
not
how do you
play Cosmic
turn that into
Invasion?
a fighting game character?
I played
And he's
Cosmic
never
Invasion.
supposed to get
There
off
you
the
go.
board?
Same thing.
Y'all play
People say the
Cosmic
same thing
Invasion?
about Green Goblin. Man's got the power cosmic. He can do anything he wants. He
Yeah.
can resurrect. He
Yeah.
can transmutate power. He can turn you into shit. He could be a puppet character. It's
Yeah.
okay. The hate, I love it. I love
They
it.
made Hager. They made Hager and Cody fighting game characters. They made Silver Surfer work just fine in Cosmic Invasion. He'll be just fine. It might not be the coolest thing ever, right? But I'm pretty sure you can give him like some like surfboard loops or something. I don't know, like dust loops.
I can see like some 12 shit from Third Strike, right? Just like, body morphing shit, maybe.
So what
Yeah,
they were gonna
Carnage
do,
3.
Marvel 3, because he was gonna be in Marvel 3, right? But then that was a cancelled character. I think they potentially couldn't make it work alongside Human Torch for technical reasons, but he was meant to be the fastest character in the game by far, basically, like by far, which you could definitely do
Makes sense.
in this. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it
Yeah.
still can work, and kind of like C4 saying, like, because I'm pretty neutral on Silver Surfer. If Silver Surfer's in this game, I wouldn't be mad, but it's like Power
cool.
Cosmic is pretty broken. Like you can do a lot of it. You definitely can. It's just that it's not well defined usually in like animated stuff, but like
it's
you know
not.
what I'm saying. It's quite broad. Yeah.
They-
So
It's a Deus Ex in anything bar his comics for sure.
exactly.
I have had someone back in Combo Breaker when talking to the devs.
Mhm.
I told the lady, I want to see what you guys can do with someone like Johnny Storm, just to like see how you can like animate the flames and do something with his powers and try and make something not like a 1-for-1 to Cinder from Killer Instinct, but
Mhm.
like because Marvel and Sony want you to do whatever and just like turn it into an Arxis thing. I want to see what they can do with that. And I've had 1 or 2 people at Combo Breaker just like, All right, he shoots fire. What's the point? Just add all the Fantastic Four, and it's like you don't get it. You don't get what I'm
No,
saying.
man. G shoot fire. That's a come on. Like it's a blank canvas. You can do whatever you want. It's kind of like when people say, well, Miss Marvel's in the game. What can you do with Reed Richards? There's still a lot you can do with Reed Richards. They don't have to.
It
just
reminds
be
me of the
punch forward.
conversations I've had with my girlfriend when they
Mm.
added Mr. Fantastic to Marvel Rivals. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be a strategist. He's gonna be such a sick character. He's gonna have all these like non-stretchy power, like technology around, like you get a laser and stuff. He had none of that. Actually, he came in. He just used the stretchy powers. I was like, really? That's what we're doing? Like, and the same thing with Beast. If they introduce Beast, Beast does absolutely nothing but like slash people and jump at people, I'm gonna say it's kind of lame because they could have done infinite things with the character. Same thing with Forge. Forge, if he just comes in with a gun, that's gonna be super lame.
I think well, maybe I didn't say it. I know you were with me, Jordan. I'd like to see Nightcrawler, right? Like maybe there's some sort of like portal loop or teleporting loops that you can do, or like I can imagine like a hate grab where he uses his tail.
With or without the sword, though. With or without the sword is the question.
It's got to be swashbuckling, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, have more fun with it. Fuck it.
Wait, so where did he get a sword? What are these upgrades these characters have been getting?
Got pirate swords, bro.
Yeah,
there was one scene where he had 3, one in each hand and one in his tail.
It just didn't have it in the films.
Zoro from One Piece.
Yeah,
literally.
Just less racist. You know what I mean? So
it was sick, bro.
Wait, Zoro's racist?
That's the meme. The running meme is that he always kills black people, basically. Yeah. Every time he fights and kills somebody, the character happens to be black. So
hopefully he kills Blade.
Listen, I respect the hate. I like it. That's gonna be 10 more years of hate because this character's in. Yes. Until I hate the character, and I'm there with you. No, listen, I'm gonna be coming to you in like a darkened room in like 3 months' time, being like, we gotta do something about this Blade character, bro. Get him out of here. Find a way to scratch him off the codes. Find a way, bro.
He's probably gonna be good. He's probably gonna be good.
I think so too.
I ain't bigging him, but he's probably gonna be
his
good.
description sounds like he's Johnny coded from how they were talking about it. Just like, oh geez, all right. I'm probably gonna try him out, but I'm not gonna main him.
He's got, if you look into the trailer with the Loki combo, his unique assist is that he throws the toothpicks at you and they like put you in that like stun state. So he's gonna have a lot of stun state stuff, which looks super strong.
I was gonna say the hardest part about certain fighting game characters is when they have a 2-step game plan. So like a good example is Lily in Street Fighter 6. If you and Aki, if you can't get started, they're like really like feast or famine-esque. Right, Magneto doesn't feel that way, which is really good in the current like Tokon build that I played at Evo. But a lot of the characters in Tokon, right? Like, sorry about this, Chrome. I rushed Chrome the hell down. Like he was trying to set up, his orbs, and when he did, it was really hard for me to get in. But when he didn't, he basically lost the round. Like it's really hard to play those characters. So I'm really curious to see if those characters are going to appreciate and value, if people are going to figure them out, if people are going to have to find like a certain combination, like Ghost Rider Flame Carpet into like setup kind of deal. Like we haven't really seen it. I'm actually pretty excited to try that kind of stuff out. Try characters like Wolverine out who have like the 2-step, like, he basically is Anji. He has Fujin, more or less. He has the Rekka, or whatever you want to call it. The way I see it, he looks really good. And that's why I say like Loki looks a little strange, but he looks like his game plan's always up his sleeve, right? He can always kind of stun you. I just hope he doesn't have like a gauge or meter, because those are the type of characters I tend to stay away from. I love Storm to death. I want to play her really bad, but I can't really manage gauge very well. That's why I suck at Street Fighter. I'm bad at managing my drive gauge.
To be honest, I mean, the gauge on Storm is pretty generous. I hear it, because obviously in the heat of the moment, you still will have to manage it. But it definitely does feel more generous than like other gauges in other games, to be honest with you, if you ask me. But I hear it. I think the one that feels a little more unforgiving at times can be Black Panthers, right? Like, because it doesn't raise naturally the way Storms does. If you press the button and there's nothing, then nothing happens, right? There's not even like a fail state. It's just you press it and you're like, oh wow, I thought I was going to do the thing and the thing didn't happen. Also, thank you very much, Zeno, for the follow. One of the mandem. But also, what I did want to say, Tempest, right, is that to be honest, I think in this game, despite how strong I think zoning could be and probably is going to be now. I've been sort of back and forth on it. I think at the start it's not going to be as strong. I think it's something you need to swap into tactically or do in certain phases. I think that the cadence of this game is like is aggression first, and then you move on to the strength of that is zoning.
I haven't really lost to many people. I've lost to Pandavedic in almost every beta. I've lost to you at Evo, but I really haven't really lost to anybody. I had that in my notes. It had a distinct plan to what is going to happen when in the game, like almost like a MOBA. Right? You're trying to build up your team, trying to build up your character, right? And then they get to that point where they get the back assist and they're broken, right? And the way I see it at the moment is that you're trying to rush down, trying to get that first throw, first hit, right? You're trying to air dash at people, use your one bar and maneuver it to the best of your ability. Get your second bar. Once you get an anti-air assist, that's when the zoning could begin because you have your anti-air assist. So there's no real, like, you could tag 2H, but it's really hard to do it. So I don't really recommend it. So anti-air assist becomes a really big resource in the game in the latter stages when both players have 2 assists, right? Assuming that you won the first round, right? And even then, like, there are certain situations that I feel that I'm winning crushingly, and I haven't even gotten any of my assists yet because I'm just resetting you a bunch of times, right? Because they added the new combo limit requirements, right? The combo, if you do a dive kick twice in a combo, it instantly breaks the gauge now. So you can't do Magneto's 214L twice. You can't do Star-Lord's 214L twice. Same combo.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal. You can't really route to the way you kind of want to. So the way they've changed the game makes it so that characters, and again, to wrap it around, characters like Blade, characters like Danger, I'm not quite sure about, right? I could be completely wrong, and on day one, Danger could be top 1.
No, Danger's going to be strong, I think, regardless, right? But the thing about Danger is you need one of 2 things. I don't think you even need to get to all assists unlocked. You can, right? And that's going to obviously be her fullest potential. I think she needs one of 2 things. She either needs the vertical assist, Dragon Punch, or she needs meter. If she has one of those 2 things, then she can zone freely. It's fine. Because the thing is that with meter, she has a reversal. Without meter, she does not have a reversal, right? Her teleport has no hitbox unless you do the EX. If you do the EX and you preempt it, because obviously there's no like invulnerable meterless like reversals in the game other than supers, right? Even the designated DPs in the game are air invulnerable, and they're air invulnerable at specific frames. I think each time they've described it with every Dragon Punch, they said partway through the action. It's never like, oh, at the start. Yeah. It's partway through the action. So for sure, for me,
Tokon replays. Yeah, Tokon replay said Doom Shield dismantles Magneto. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of does, but like, how many situations are you gonna be into a point Doom, or you're gonna have someone that's gonna have Doom as their shoot or their point, right? So one of those things. Doom's back assist is crazy.
Agree.
Yeah. Sorry.
And not only that, no, that's fine. And also, I'll point this out as well, right? The reason why I actually disagree is that even though Doom Shield checked down a lot of Magneto's kit, one of the things he does have the sort of the magnetic like pull, right, the down and button, right? That one just summons on the screen as opposed to flying forward, right? And that's one of the things that can get around the shields. If you space it correctly, you could just hit him right behind the shields. And then once that happens, you can just pull them forward. So it's one of those things where it depends. It depends on what you're using, right? So go ahead.
That's one of the things that C4 had tweeted out, where like we were labbing that at Evo, where like seeing, oh, can I react to Magneto animating, doing 2-2 or 2-3-6, and like just pull the shield out. And like I was just looking at his Magneto, and I was able to just do back shield, and like maybe if the Magneto gets closer or like somehow forces the Doom to play mid screen, then yeah, like he can probably play around shield or like make calling shields trickier depending on the situation. But the thing that we found that like, we don't know if this is a bug, but this seems to be the answer to it. It's to just use your projectile assist because it happens to just ignore the shield and go right through it and punish Doom.
So I think that's if you're talking about Wolverines, I think that's a very specific anomaly, because the thing about Doom Shield is that all physical attacks.
So we did it with Because I was also questioning
Go on.
like would this still work with like Camilla's projectile assist? And what they did was they changed it from knuckle punch to her 5U zip, where like she Luffy you, and she didn't care. She went right through the shield.
Yeah,
If
because
you're playing as
that's a
Camilla,
physical.
yeah, if you're playing as Camilla, then like the arm will still go through, but if the Doom is blocking, then you can get a counter hit trade combo with it. But
Okay.
like a way to get around that, right? Like if you're Magneto and you call Camilla, because she goes right through the shield, that's your way in, and you can just switch to Camilla.
Agree. Yeah, because that was one of the first. Because I played against player named the Spider Jerome in the UK. Shout out to Spider Jerome. It's a Marvel 3 vet, and that was because I picked Doom and Storm in beta 1, right? And I remember like Shield was like my first go to, and just like what you're saying, did the zip with Camilla, went straight. I was like, what the hell? And then I had to check all of it out, and it was like, oh, okay, physicals do blow through it, so you can deal with it. It's just that it depends on the physicals, because obviously some things you might still get clipped, but then straight projectiles, if it goes straight into the actual shields, for the most part, most of them don't work, right? The with danger, the thing I was doing was I had to do like a so I was doing the calibrate that goes high up, and then I was shooting the beam up and around the shield. Now that works if the Doom is planted. Of course, if the Doom's moving around, then that makes things a little bit more difficult. There's still a back and forth, right? I don't think it's like a Iron Man. I think Doom kind of shuts down maybe Iron Man zoning pretty heavily. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what you think about that.
If he's able to flight cancel on Clash.
I did this to my girlfriend. Iron Man can act out of his DP, unlike most fighting games. Iron Man can EX DP, go over the shield, and just do jab over your head, and you have to guess. It's like he can kind of like Doom. I actually did it to Uchrome like a few times during our set. I just DP'd over whatever you were doing, and came down on you with a normal, and you really couldn't do much because you were already zoning, right?
True.
So you were setting something up. You couldn't 2H in time, right? You would have to tag 2H or do something to get over that situation, but you would already have to have the assist on the screen to kind of like handle that. So,
no,
like,
absolutely.
I think. Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, go for it.
Yeah, I think Iron Man's like, is that intentional though? I think so. But yeah, I think that a lot of characters have the counterplay. It's not as really simple, but I do think Doom is pretty annoying sometimes. And it kind of just leads me to that point where I really do think Magneto is really strong. I think he's really strong. He doesn't need his gimmick. His gimmick just like powers him up. Magnetize makes him crazy strong. I did some like absurd shit to some people this weekend, right? I know it was really hard to get magnetized on Danger and Cap because they go through it with their what do you call it? Yeah, they go through it with their shield. So they do unique forward, or they do quarter circle or 236 It goes right over what you're doing. It's really hard to deal with. But Mag has a lot of maneuverability. I know you can't do anything out of the 8-way, but the huge thing is that you can do the 8-way and call your assist. And that's huge. You can call Iron Man assist, which has a little stagger. Wolvie assist has a little stagger. Star-Lord assist has a stagger. So you can just call them on the ground and then air dash and cross them up. And even if it's not going to hit them right away, you could just hit them. Like you get the hit in, right?
Yeah.
And for certain characters, that knocks them out of their win condition, right? And you could just go back to neutral if you're not confident in converting it, or just create space. It's up to you.
Magic's Fireball assist also looks like it still has a lot of hit stun and block stun also.
Yeah.
So before I get into my thoughts on Magneto, although I will say actually is that 8-way air dashing, even though the downward ones you can't press buttons. Yeah, I've mentioned this at Evo as well. The up directions you can press buttons, so there is definitely something some use and some source in there outside of
So we found that there is a like a height restriction, right? Like if you super jump and then air dash, like you can't do it immediately like you would with Marvel 2 or Marvel 3. But if you do it at like the right height when you air dash down, you can press a button. I think from what I recall, you could do like jump light, jump medium, or actually jump 6 heavy. and like jump 6 heavy kind of halts Magneto's position, and he's able to get the it's the move where like there's a lot of rocks coming out as pillars, and he's like doing that
A
almost.
6 heavy. It's a 6
Yeah,
heavy. Yeah.
J6H.
You
Yeah.
could actually, with most characters, you could air to air them. You could air to air them. You could press jab medium, and because it keeps Magneto in place, you could fuzzy them on the ground with J6H.
Yeah.
And like and you can call universal assist, and as long as you're really ready with the active switch, you can convert the full thing. That's why I say the importance of having your shoot assist and knowing what it is one of those like huge deals in Tokon at the moment, where like you better know, because if you hit like a Ghost Rider jump heavy, or you hit a really awkward hit, you got to know that you're gonna go universal assist and switch straight to that shoot assist character. So
yeah. So before I say anything else, Sifa, what are your thoughts on Magneto overall? Actually, because I don't think I've really heard them completely crystallized. I've heard them obviously in pieces and drips and drabs, but what are your overall thoughts on Magneto as a character?
I think early game he's terrible. I actually think he's really bad. I think he needs a whole squad. I think he's got too many blind spots at his neutral for fireballs. When I played Neos and he put Magneto on point, the first 2 rounds, he couldn't stop Wolverine getting in. If he jumps, I run forwards. I don't care if he's doing the diagonal one because I'm fast enough to get underneath it. And then if he hasn't got an assist to call, which you can't call an assist when you're holding the fireball, you just jump air for him. He can't stop you. There's nothing you can do. He can't tech when he's charging either. He can have debris, but I'm Wolverine. I'm not shooting fireballs in the air. He doesn't have like a horizontal air fireball. So as soon as Magneto jumps, I run forwards, can't stop me. But when he's got more assists, then it's a little bit difficult. But if he's just got the shooter assist, if he jumps and he does it, then I know that the assist is also going to be in the air, so he can't cover the ground. If he starts doing ground stuff, it's just like a 50-50, but there's like a blind spot where you can IED above the straight one and still get underneath the diagonal upwards one. I think it might be a matchup thing. He's one of those characters that frustrates you. I think he's like Penny. Penny's annoying, but it's not that you can't overcome it.
I think
the only
but yeah, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna say the only zoner, the only real zoner is Tony. That's the only one I'm like, if I get clipped by a repulsor, I lose. Because he's gonna get a full combo or a super. Where everyone else is like, well, if you guess wrong, I'm in. But you can't really guess wrong against Iron Man because he does repulsor into fly. So I've got to guess again where you're gonna go from the fly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think Magneto, conversely, I think he's really good on point. I think I played a couple Wolverines. It could just be the quality of Wolverine I was playing against, but I made sure that he had beam assist. That's what usually covered his angles, like the really weird angles. So you can do 236M and a beam assist, and you just cover them. So if they like re-jump, you can hit them. It's kind of annoying. Like I do think he's one of those characters that's going to kind of struggle a little bit until you get like that first big hit where the wall transition. But I don't think he's that bad on point. I maybe conversely, maybe it's just the way I play the game, right? And again, I'm really comfortable resetting to neutral, just like holding down back cross screen. But his down U on the ground, right? His crouch U, it goes at an amazing angle. His jump U is really good. It goes again at an amazing angle. His standing U is pretty bad. You might as well just do 236L, but his tools, his fireball angles are really good. His zoning is pretty okay. And you just have to kind of play into that. You got to get the magnetized game plan as soon as possible, so you can do the Magneto drag loops.
Yeah,
so,
I'm just not scared of it.
Translation, get good, basically. That's what he's saying.
Maybe.
He's not wrong, because I feel Magneto can work at point. I think the big thing that's going to separate the boys from the men is movement. I feel like movement is going to have to be like overall movement is going to be really important, but I think that's going to be like the highlight, especially for Magneto, because I think from the trailer they like really showcase that, like, yeah, his 2M goes far, and his 2M did feel like his old 2H from Marvel 3 and Marvel 2. But then playing it, it's like it's doing some distance, but it's actually kind of stubby. Like it doesn't feel like a slide. It feels like you want to like properly move around, use your air dashes properly, and like when you see that the opponent failed at like trying to whiff punish you, you catch them with with the 2M, or even doing like 5M, 5H, get a conversion that way. If anything, he might be good as a projectile assist to help out characters that don't have the best projectile game. But then I feel like those two characters need to have good synergy. Like, I feel Magic and Magneto are going to be like that crazy, like no pun intended, Unk plus Nice duo, because I feel that with someone like Magic, you can do like lariat assist 2/2, switch over to Magic. Now she has enough time to call a portal. Meanwhile, if this works, because I wasn't able to test it, when the 2/2 connects, you have the vacuum effect. The vacuum effect could be perfect for someone like Magic, so that way she can get a combo going after doing portal and like being able to push you to the portal and get a conversion that way. If you're a reset monster, you might want to do Magneto Star-Lord, so then that way it's like, oh, look, now I have time to get like Ice Gun, freeze you, reset time, or like continue a combo that way. There's a lot of sauce, I'll say, for lack of a better word. There's a lot of potential sauce that's there, but I think if you're just if you're just copying someone like Sonic Fox, let's say, right, then you're gonna flop at the game. You need to have good movement with Magneto, I feel.
I agree.
Right.
When I was saying Magneto's bad, only at zoning. I think he can scrap. If he gets in, everything that Debate was saying, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of being magnetized. I'm scared of you having free debris on screen. I'm scared of you IEDing on me. Because he can do like reverse. Well, everyone can do reverse beats, but he can do IED ML, or he can do like the charge heavy, which is also an overhead. That's what I'm scared of. I'm just not scared if he's trying to zone me with one character.
Like
just because of
that sounds like, oh, I want to zone, and it probably sounds really obvious, and it's just, like if you see it online, you're just gonna be like, oh, okay, I know what to do. If Doom or Shuri are the anti-air assist, then it's like, oh, okay, I know what your plan is. You want to get Shuri or Doom, and then set up your zoning, because like you can do 236L, 2/2. It's not a true string, because like you can super jump out of it, but then you use Doom and Shuri to like cover that angle and like force them down and have them hold the 2/2 that way, and just continue your zoning from there. So like if I see that, then it's like, oh, I know what you're trying to get at.
Yeah. You need the 2/2 is so important to Magneto, and because you can, if you air block it, you don't get the vacuum. You need like a really good air assist to stop people from jumping. That's what I was saying. Like that's why I think he's not that good without all his assists. He needs to pin you to the ground. Then he's super good.
Yeah, like I don't think Magneto wants to be like or have Kamala as like the assist. I mean, I don't think he even really cares if like Wolverine is the DP assist. I don't think he wants a DP. I think he wants an air coverage anti-air.
Yeah. Doom, Black Panther. Who else has got one like that? But yeah, those kind of ones that just cover all that area. Yeah.
So
I agree.
You say that now, I'm still rushed down brained. I was using Star-Lord to put him in block stun. Like,
that's fine, because we also found out that Magneto's anti-air assist, if you do it close enough, it still hits crouchers, and like you're pretty plus after that. So like having Magneto as anti-air, like that's fine. It's an assist that you're trying to utilize. It's probably just going to be like you have to know your block string to have it work kind of deal. But it's not going to be something equivalent, because I think she might be depending on how the rest of the characters are. She might be the best anti-air assist in my opinion. It's not going to be someone like Kamala, where like you can do weird left rights with her because she covers both angles. It's not going to be like, hey, because it's a DP assist, it has true invincibility like Marvel 2. It's not going to be anything like that.
So I would say, well, in fact, as far as DP assists go, I mean, I think Danger's definitely got one of the best ones for like multiple reasons. It's got a lot of utility. It's in terms of moves to tag into, it's one of the best moves to tag into, not only because of like one hit. You can tag just like every other. It's the fact that after it's done, it teleports towards wherever the opponent is. And if you're utilizing that in a situation, either way you're zoning or occupying a screen in some kind of way or creating some kind of threat, you can always tag in a situation where if the opponent always has to, be wary of the fact that Danger sort of just plops right in front of them. And now they sort of have to be like, all right, if I go forward and he starts to tag now, am I going to be in trouble? Which I actually do think is definitely worth thinking about. As far as Magneto goes, so I agreed with a lot of what you guys said. Some I was kind of the opposite. I think he has really good individual buttons, and then I sort of think he has kind of bad strings in a way. But I do also concede that, you know, just played on the one build. We clearly, as we were labbing, right, you guys prioritize some things and I prioritize other things as well. So there's definitely some things that I'll defer to you guys in terms of what it is that you found. I would say I find his rush down to be okay to pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's like amazing. I wouldn't consider him to be insanely scary, but obviously it's one of those things where with enough setup, with magnetize, with debris, then all of those things are scary, right? He's definitely sort of a momentum character you have to build. And luckily, because of the way that the assists work in this game, because they all just work as they would on point, like you could have him tagged out, call his shooter assist, build up that debris, and then bring him in and create that situation, or be doing the down and button the magnetic pull with the debris, and you can even tag into someone else. It feels like he could also just like he's really good at setting up other characters for their mix up and whatnot. But I wouldn't have him. I wouldn't have him as a point. I think his zoning is really good. I just think that he definitely isn't that kind of character you could do it from the start. I think there are a few zoners who really can do it from the start. I think kind of like what Steve always said, like Iron Man feels like the only character who from the start could probably comfortably zone and doesn't require meter, doesn't require, because he can do a variety of his kit is so balanced that he can transition from offense to defense with no issue really. I would disagree with Steve when he says he's the only one who can really convert the damage, because Penny can definitely convert the damage with the medium or the heavy web shooters, pull you in with all the zoning. But I think that because Tony's stuff juggles you so much more effectively, you definitely can carry those conversions over with repulsors and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? But Magneto, so here's the thing, right? And this is something that from beta 1 when I was playing against a UK player of ours, Back for Revenge, he was I was playing a lot of Storm and I was playing some Doom, but he was playing Doom like I think almost exclusively. And the thing I saw him abusing quite early on, which then from then on kind of colored my perception of how good it is in this game, was Fly. I think with a character like Magneto, I think you should be abusing his Fly personally. I think that's the thing that makes trying to get in on him a little less, like a little bit more tricky and annoying, and makes him a little bit less static, right? Obviously the debris as well mixes up where you can approach and how you can approach, right? If you do is it 22M or 22L or 22H, then with no debris, it's just like a set pattern, right? You need to not be where the magnetic pull is, because and then there's not going to be any debris to worry about. But with debris, it's automatically going to be on top of your head, especially if you have magnetized. So then you've got to worry about a whole myriad of different things. It's like, but with flight, it's like you can fly around and you can do those moves. You can fly and you can do unique, right, from the sky. You can fly around, and then from any point you can start to charge your fireball. And I think the great thing about the fireball in this game is that because the light and the medium versions are identical to each other, I found many a time I'm holding fireball and people aren't really sure. They have no clue which one I'm doing, so just like they instinctively jump and they realize after the fact that I got hit, they get hit with the M, and then from there, you know, not so I didn't have any confirmed set up for that just yet. But with Fly, the thing that makes it so good, right, and this is actually something I wanted to work from before, so I'm glad you sort of get a chance to now, is that like the air assist. This is actually C4 and I had talked about this before. The air assist being reworked just makes Fly insane in this game, because you can fly around, you can fly so freely, and at any point you can call an assist alongside you starting to do the special moves, and it just makes you wall up so much more effectively. You can do it with Doom, and now with someone like Magneto, like for example, in some of the matches uploaded, it was like I was calling Penny Assist, because Penny Assist just like does the flying spider and just belly flops directly down. It's like I could just fly around people, like call that assist, fly back, and then either, you know, call more projectiles or try and confirm and see what's going on and reassess and reposition. And I think that thing just makes him probably so much more effective. It's what made him on point even kind of workable, because I feel like outside, if I wasn't doing that and I was simply committing to like some of the zoning, it probably would be a bit rough. Do you know what I mean? So definitely, I think as of now, it kind of feels like there aren't many zoners that are very effective at the start. It's like, yeah, like, so when it comes to like, you kind of want them for like, you want to bring them in when you have the DP or you have the assault assist, but at the same time, he's got basically one of the best fireball assists in the game, if not the best fireball assist in the game. I think it's the best. I think, I think it's the best. I think it's the best. Like, I think the beams and the fireballs have two different utility, just like they do in pretty much every type of assist game or tag game. It's like if you want a beam assist that you can sting someone from full screen and be able to lock them down. Fireballs make it easier for you to do left, right with teleports, right? And it still feels the same way in this game too. You can use them for both, but definitely the space that the fireballs gives you time to set up those left, right mix-ups a lot more effectively. But that fireball like blocking projectiles is just insane. It's utterly insane. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think he's a strong character for sure, but he's a strong character with magnetize and debris. He doesn't need it, but with that, I think he just becomes unbearable as a character. So definitely he's.
I mean,
yeah.
To be fair, in the EVO exhibition, we saw Yipes make it work, and he was giving Cloud the hands. I'm not gonna lie, he was.
100%.
A lot of the people there were very focused. Cloud was kind of beating everybody up on Star-Lord. Yipes brought him to last game, last hit, last round as Magneto, and his Magneto did not use any of the system mechanics. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Like he did. I don't think he used unique a single time.
I remember trying to show him the combos that I found out, and he thought they were cool, but like, it didn't stick. He has to do it himself first and foremost. That's why I could understand. Just like, okay, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna try this from memory because apologies. I saw your question come up before and it was a good question. So when I remember your name, I'm gonna say your name. But I think it was Dub Mobile or Dub Mobile. Basically, you was asked a question earlier of do you think that switching characters and swapping characters with tag and thus swapping assist, does it make the game trickier? The answer for me is yes, it becomes more challenging to keep track of all those things, but it's a feature and not a bug, and it's a very, very insanely good feature that no other like tag and assist game has. And even though it's going to be initially a bit daunting, it's like, I think it's one of the big reasons where as soon as I saw it in this game, I was like, I have to play this game. Like maybe because you guys may have even played some other anime games that are, very like played around with a lot of mechanics. Do you remember any anime games having this setup in terms of assist and the way that it works? Because I've never seen it before, and that is what attracted me very strongly to this game.
I think I read his question a bit different.
Go ahead.
Is the assist being based on character position difficult to get used to?
Oh,
I think he's talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I think it's. I spoke to one of the dev guys. It's bad, and they know it's bad, but they can't do anything about it because of how the UI is. The problem is you've got like left, down, and right. And at first I was saying forward, down, and back. But because in the game, if I win on, say I'm P1 and I win on P2 side, the next round I start on P2 side.
Yeah.
On my life bar's over here.
Yeah.
But when you swap sides, the direction you press doesn't change. So, but they have to have the diamond formation because that's the UI design, right?
Right.
I was saying, if you had it, if you had your characters listed downwards, like in Marvel 3, it's like you got your health bar, your assist health bar, then like that. If you had it downwards, it would be way easier to track what direction you have to press for your character. But if you look up and you're on P2 side, but your health bar's on the P1 side, you have to do it to the P1 side. So forward would be back and back would be forward. That's why here you have to look at it as left, down, and right. Otherwise, it will get confusing. But yeah, the only way you can solve that problem is to have it so the character portraits are stacked on top of each other, but then it messes up the whole UI. So I don't know. But yeah,
I,
no other
I
game
explained it
has
to
that.
I explained it to a couple of my local people. I just explained it as your first, second, and third. So like your first character is a shoot character, the second character in the bottom for both pick players is your anti-air, right? Your back is going to be the unique one. So the back, your quote unquote back assist, assuming which side you're facing, is going to be the your third assist, right? It's going to be the final one. It's going to be almost like a League of Legends ult, right? It's gonna be, it basically is an ult, right? Ghost Rider is giving flame carpet, Iron Man smart missiles, that kind of stuff, right? Or that's like the basic stuff that I can explain. They're very big moves, and they do play out like MOBA ults. So,
But
and
your
I
back
explained to
is, if you're on the P1 side and you do back assist, you get your unique assist. If you go to the P2 side and you do back, you get your forward assist. Yeah, you get shooter. That's why it's like it's not. I don't want to say it's not good because it's all well and good saying it's not obvious, but there's no way to change it unless they change the UI. So that's what I mean. It's hard to say back because as soon as you go on the other side, it's not back anymore. It's forward.
Yeah. The way that I've tried to explain it to my student, and I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, it's like projectile assist, DP assist, your EX assist. Because the way that the versatile assists are is like the EX version of whatever the special move is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that'll help anyone that's like newer to the game. Just like, okay, I can understand that at the very least. Because it's like a free EX essentially, but...
I hate to say Justin Wong, during the exhibition, he explained it the best. But at the very start of it, he like explained it and it was like perfect. And I wish I could like get that clip and just like make it a Discord soundboard or something so that I could play it with people. Like it was literally perfect. But yeah.
To Mike, I don't think it's not really a bug because you can't swap your health bars. Every time I jump over to you, they can't change P1 to P2 sides to make it match. Yeah, it's
yeah, it is definitely a bit more of a unique situation, right? Because Marvel games historically you press the corresponding button, and regardless of where you are, it's always going to mean the same thing, right? Directions never really factored into it, so I think that is
the direction thing makes it awkward. It does make it awkward.
It does.
It does make it awkward, especially if you're going to start doing because now we can use the normal assist and the strike assist. There's a lot of directions. It's almost like Hunter x Hunter. Because Hunter x Hunter, each character had a different assist depending on the direction you picked. But it wasn't dependent on what side you were. It was always forward and assist, you got that assist. No matter if you're on P1 or P2 side. But yeah, this one, it's a sticky situation.
It is a sticky one, I'm still not gonna lie. Hey, also speaking on lariat assist, I mean C4 and I kind of said this quite early on when it was much more dominant. And I still kind of think it now. I think lariat assist is still pretty. I have a feeling it has the potential to get pretty toxic. It is
the late lariat is the fucking.
Yeah, so it is. I think like the thing is right is like some of the challenge of using assisting combos in typical versus games is understand the timing, understanding a whole bunch of things, but it's so because no matter what character, and the thing is, I think not only for combos, right? It's a connective tissue that allows most characters to have combos that corner carry, combos that they couldn't typically pick up. But I think even for a lariat on like let's say during a string or during let's say a sequence or zoning or something else, right? Because you press the button and you always know they're going to come out at basically the same like distance, the same range, right? It's like using that for alongside tagging. I think is a little bit toxic. Like now, granted, right? You press lariat, and you'd have to do it. You have to tap in order to get the corresponding orders, right? You couldn't just do it for the fourth one. You couldn't go straight into your fourth character with lariat. But I would say that the thing is no matter who I have, let's say I've got instead of Magneto seconds, I've got whoever second, like Kamala, I've got Iron Man. It's like no matter what happens, I can press lariat during a sequence, and And I know exactly where that character is going to land every single time during my setup. Where, like, if I was calling a different type of assist, they might stand in a different place. They might land in a different place. I think, like, it's not only just, like, for standard block strings, but also for the ability to tag and what type of situation you can create from it. Because it's so universally, like, homogenous like that, I think is going to be a bit problematic, but we'll have to see. That's obviously going to be like that future tripping. We're going to have the open beta to deal with, so we can find it out. But I definitely
what I think they should do?
Go ahead.
No, I thought about this on the plane ride back. I was just like, bro, I don't. The easiest way to get hit is just frame trap, delay. You don't even delay your lariat assist. You just go, oh, my turn's over. I'm gonna take it back. That's all you're doing. You're not like mathematically working out how many frames there are. You're just going, oh, my block string's ended. I want to go again. I call lariat assist. They blocked it. Oh, I get to go again. I think after that, so I did it near the end on the Sunday, and a few player. I know this is what's going to happen at CEO. You're going to do your string, lariat, do your string again, and then tag back. I think if you tag, the opponent should just come out block stun.
Agree.
Because otherwise, pressure is going to last forever. Because you're going to have, by round 2, you've got 3 assists. Well, you can just infinitely do that unless they want to crossover. But
that's kind of the beauty of it, and that's why I explain it like a MOBA. You can do crazier stuff the longer you touch them out. Like they let you grab them, break the wall, that kind of stuff. It's like breaking down the towers in like League of Legends, right? That's how I see it. I think it's fine. Like I love long block strings. I like seeing people actually have
I like interesting block strings. I don't like ABC assist, ABC high low assist. Oh, you blocked it. ABC assist, ABC overhead low. Like if it was stuff with like IEDs and stuff, sure, but
I'm with both of you. I feel if lariats in general are like not even negative or safe, let's say like they're a neutral, right? They could say that. They could say like, okay, let's give them a little bit more pushback. So then that way you have to be smart with like when you call your lariat assist. Then what I could see is like, yeah, at a lower level, it's annoying because it's just happening all the time and you don't know when your turn is. Realistically, in like the higher level settings, if you're just doing ABC lariat assist right away to keep your turn, oh, now you're negative because I have all this space given to me. You have to go in to try and take your turn back. I can just jab or I can just medium and catch you and counter hit, right? If you try and switch out, then I agree with you also, C4, that like if you try and do that, I just catch you. Maybe it can be a counter hit, so then that way like you get punished for tagging at a terrible situation and you take more damage out of it.
And is this assuming that if you alpha counter 100% of the time they're going to disassemble you? Because again, you say this example, right? But at the second assist, on average, right? On average, you'll have 2 of your assists, right? On the second assist, they're going to alpha counter. The moment they see that you can't disassemble them, they're mashing that. That's what happened most of the time when I was playing people. They panicked right away. They saw that I ran out of bar because I disassembled quite a few people throughout the weekend, right? But when you can't do it, right, and they're not scared of it, they're just going to alpha counter you, right? And that's going to be the end of your turn.
Because that's the issue, right? The drawback of the person doing. So say I'm attacking Chrome, and I've used all my 3 assists. I'm like, you can cross over if you want, bro. I'm not gonna get disassembled. So even if I've got bar, I go back to. I will. Okay, this is the better way to put it. After 2 bars, I agree. That's when you've got the crossover mindset. But I will spend my last assist to make you use one of your assemble meters. I'll trade my last one so you lose one. I'll happily do that.
So
because I'm going to go back to neutral and I've still got my 3 assists that I can call in neutral because I don't need my assembly. So I'm going to get back in. And you're not at a big enough advantage, I don't feel, from doing the crossover. Sometimes you get thrown into the air. You don't even get a knockdown. And you
can
just
might be a killer instinct mindset then, I feel. Because watching Cloud's matches for the tournament and with Yipes, I noticed like, oh, he'll do Star-Lord slide, the 1, 2, 3 of the gunshot, and then he'll call an assist. And it's like that's a really obvious point of contention to like do the assemble guard cancel. And he kept doing that. So it's like, okay, if you know that that's coming up, then for something like the slide, for example, you can always guard cancel off of the first hit. If your opponent is busy doing an input, or if they're ready to call the assist and they're not ready to do the disassemble, then it's like, okay, you're back in the corner, or like you get your get off me, and like they didn't even have a chance to use their assist meter. Like, all right, you used yours, but now you know how your opponent plays, so you can like play with your opponent's mind that way.
Sonic Fox did it the first 2 times. He threaded the needle Goichi, and then he did some like sicko shit. Like he did assist call. He did 214M on Starlord, not 214L, and then he active switched and it slingshot Starlord across the screen. So like there are stuff like there is things like that where you're gonna accidentally like counter it, right? There's also the parry. I'll call it the parry. You can't really tag parry. It's not as good as it is in like 2X and stuff, but that also is a thing. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really like hard to tell because some people get really cheeky. Like they get really cheeky, right? Especially if they lariat early and they just let it rock and they let the character slingshot across the screen.
So I think in terms of lariat, I think the first lariat I'm more concerned with. One of the things that the game does have, it has block stun scaling. So you get reduced block stun if you keep mashing each assist. So like there's times I think even in maybe was it beta 1? I can't remember which beta it was, but I was called an assist, and then when I was calling the second assist, like sometimes I'd call one assist and then call the other, and then I'd try and flip it. And when I flipped it and I was trying to do the same sort of sequence or string that I was doing, I was getting like jabbed out of it because I was like, oh, okay, this thing has reduced. So I actually think the game sort of has almost too little blocks on it at times, which is crazy to say, right? I actually think at times it feels like, they're actually giving you a lot of chances to try and like abuse the universal mechanics like of like either assemble counter or something of that nature. But I
feel like it's intentional for something like that, but I also feel it's intentional that like we gave you what you guys wanted with the assists. It's fine if you still use the lariat, but if you want like plus frames or if you want some like nasty shit, use the actual assists.
Yeah.
I agree, but even those you get a similar type of scaling. But I do agree that probably was the mindset, right? That it's like, yeah, if you want to do the nasty stuff, then you come with that. Because I mean, even with like reduced block stun, if I was to call, I don't know, Magneto's assist in between, it's like even with the reduced stun, it's like you still have to account for the fact that it's coming at the time that it's coming, right? It's at different timings, while lariat assists are all going to be at the same timing. But yeah, I definitely do worry about lariat assist, and I do think it's a bit brain dead, to be honest with you. I do think that. I think during combos I don't mind as much really, because Marvel 3 mindset, right? You get hit, your life is forfeit, bro. Who cares what happens to you? They could swing you around, they could drop your pants, bro. They can do whatever. Who cares? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's up to you. You're at their mercy until it's done. But definitely, I think in those sequences, it does feel like, will this become a bit too much? And I do kind of think that, and it feels like you guys also feel that kind of way for different reasons, right? For slightly different reasons. So we'll have to see how crazy it really gets once the game launches, or maybe even in beta. We'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, listen, crossover as well. Like, what do you think of crossover as of right now? Like, I know we sort of alluded to some of it, right? I think now we're starting to move towards accepting it's more of a tool where if the other person, it's more about meter management on both sides, right? Like it's,
I hate to say,
I
have a supercut of just one of my old practice sessions where I just disassembled people over and over again, right? And I'm pretty used to disassembling people. I'm not gonna lie, like it's one of those things. Hey, just real quick, Panda's having a little bit of trouble. There's a massive thunderstorm going right outside my office.
Damn.
They just got Panda, so I might cut out. It just, that's what I'm kind of looking at. Yeah.
All right.
It started raining as we complained about the heat.
Okay. You better have mind. Let's see if we can get Panda back, but bear that in mind. So see if we can sort that out. But yeah, go right ahead though. You can talk for now. We can still see and hear you.
Yeah, so alpha counter is one of those things where yes, it works like an alpha counter, right? Or assemble counter, whatever you want to call it. Just the disassemble thing. It's really easy to get the rhythm of it, right? Especially if you're just like literally in your head, like just thinking about the timing. You're just waiting for someone to do it, right? The one time Chrome did it to me, I wasn't ready. It finally happened.
But you know what though? Like I think because whenever I play against like good players, my assumption is just like I almost don't even do the whole let's see what I'm just like the threat of the disassemble is so high that I'm always like, is it even worth trying when this person could just be?
I said it's not worth doing it for science, bro. That's 10 seconds of agony. No assist for like 10 seconds is hard.
Agree.
If I'm like Star-Lord, it's pretty good. Real quick, what's a good
To play with
character
no
to play?
assists.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like I played a no assist to Star-Lord. I actually started. I don't know if you know. I've been doing hardcore like disassemble practice. So whenever I get a chance, in my head I just take my finger completely off the assist button, and I just play rounds without assist at all, just to see if I can do it. And it's been pretty fun. You just have to practice with that in mind. It's one of those things you are going to get disassembled. You just have to know that it's going to happen to you. And knowing that it's a mechanic in the game, you got to take those risks sometimes, especially when you're in those low health situations. Because sometimes they might not even do it. They might just, they might miss the timing, right? It's tournament. It's tournament. It's on PlayStation. It's in a hot room, right? There's a lot of factors going into it, right? The monitor could be laggy, the audio cue could be off. Who knows what can happen? But it's one of those huge things where you're not sure if they're actually going to do it back 100% of the time. So I say don't spam it because it's obvious there's a counterplay. It's like spamming Drive Impact in Street Fighter 6. But do try to sprinkle it in. You can be comfortable with the idea that you might get disassembled once or twice, even in a tournament set. It's going to suck, but a lot of the characters are very well rounded, right? Only a couple of the characters like Ghost Rider and Magneto, I feel like can't play in that state. I'll be completely honest with you guys, but it feels like Star-Lord could 100% play in that state just fine. Ghost Rider is completely, I think he's like okay in that state. I think Danger can play in that state just fine. Wolverine's just fine. Wolverine is like minus on everything, so like, it didn't really matter either way.
I strongly disagree. Maybe at the beginning of the game when you don't have your whole team, but if you can't call an assist and I have 3 assists and I can literally just jump block and be offensive with 3 assists, I think that's a terrible situation to be in because you can't hit me. I'm blocking, but I'm still mounting offense because I can do assist 1, assist 2, assist 3, and by the time assist 3 is finished, I can go back to 1 because they're all neutral assists. It's devastating. I would not want to be in that situation. I mean,
That's
it's
fair.
only 10 seconds, but when I was playing some of the French lot and they were doing the sequence, the game is so different after round 2. When someone's got all their teams and they're not mindfully pressing assists like when they're attacking, they're just running the sequence. That's when it's like awful. And they'll do horizontal assist. Sorry, they'll do shooter assist, jump forwards, lariat assist. Well, not lariat assist, but Kamala assist. So you've got that multi-hitting upwards assist. They've still blocked, and then they'll jump back and do the unique assist. If you don't get to them there, then they jump back again and do shooter assist, and they keep repeating that. And I feel the only way you can stop them is air throwing, and it's super hard. Maybe if you can like fly, you can stay above them, but that's saying that's granted that they don't have one of the beam assists that go upwards like Black Panther or something.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, in 2XKO, there's a lot of asimilar situations where you have to sit and you have to block, for 6 seconds. If you run your freestyle timer out and they actually find like a random hit, you have to wake up and block. Let's just say they throw you, right? It's one of those situations where, you just have to hold it. Like you just have to block. Like a lot of the times it sucks. Like people don't like to hear that answer, right? It's one of those things where a lot of the times I tell people, especially new people, like sometimes you just have to block. Like sometimes you just lost your turn. That's one of those situations where you took a guess, you were wrong, you're knocked down, you lost your turn. Now you just have to block and play the game, right?
So now,
it sucks, and people, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say. So now, then it's a question of like, will people feel the need to even take that chance in the first place if the reward isn't high enough? Like, if because I've heard some say that basically that a good time to use it, or the best time to use it, is when you're basically close to dying anyway. If you're gonna get touched, you're gonna die anyway. So it's like if you get disassembled, you're effectively just getting an extra life anyway, right? And there it's like the risk reward is so much more palatable for people. And also I do agree on the whole, like, you know, versus 2 getting disassembled versus, you know, 4, it's like kind of probably night and day, right? Like against a whole team, it's gonna feel horrible. But against like maybe just the 1 assist with the beam assist, where it's like far less versatile, people might just be like, okay, well, I lost my beam assist. It's like not the end of the world, right? So, also, question, because I guess you just don't see it because of the way that, like, with, you know, our current comfort levels of the game. If you're disassembled and you wall break, what happens?
I think you're still disassembled.
I think it like. I want to say that it builds up the bar a little faster, or like it's just an amount kind of like when you're burned out with Street Fighter. I haven't seen that situation. I want to believe that that's like how it would be worked around. You know.
Oh man, I have to take out the notes for that one. I might have to get back to y'all later for that. Hold on.
It's an anomalous situation because like it's not something we're gonna see loads, right? Even though like there's loads of footage, like we've played a bunch of matches because we've all played, like, you know, multiple builds now. It's not like a sit down for 600 hours and, do you know what I mean, just watch and then like stream of consciousness in that regard, right? So I just thought it'd be worth asking because if to me, if you still say disassembled, I think that's brutal. That's brutal, man. I think
something that I'd like to see for disassemble that I put it down as a comment for one of SSK's videos, and someone confirmed that, like, no, it's the same timer. I'd like to see if, like, let's say you get disassembled and you only have like your projectile assist. I feel like you shouldn't be punished that hard, but apparently it's like the same bar. It doesn't matter like how many of your characters that you have. And I'd like to see it as like, because I can see like snowballing is going to be really problematic in this game if you're not ready for it. So like, okay, the reward is you have your whole team, but the negative is if the person that's defending is really good on their disassemblies, then you're screwed for like God knows how long that they would implement it, because you have your whole team. You have to wait for all of them to come back. Versus, well, I only have my projectile. Good disassemble on you, but like, okay, I'm gonna get this back in 3 seconds. That was like kind of pointless. But apparently, it's the same timer. So it's like, I like that idea, but I'd rather it like if I have more, I get punished more, because I can easily see it like in the lower ranks, people are gonna get snuffed out.
I mean, that's that in the lower ranks. That's if it happens, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it. I'm gonna put this in Street Fighter terms. I don't think a Street Fighter Platinum rank is going to perfect parry everything, and I don't think a Tokon quote unquote Platinum rank is going to disassemble everybody. I think that's going to be something for the top level.
I agree with that. I think I still think though, regardless, that the aggressor just needs more risk attached to what they're doing. Like, I know that like if you mistime it and do it a bit too late, you can lose the bar, but I think that window needs to be tiny enough that, you know, because the thing is like if you're doing it early / perfect, there's kind of no risk. If you do it too late, there's risk. But it's like effectively like if you're within a reasonable window, at worst, you're kind of just going to be like, okay, well, you just reflect it. And then the perfect is what you're aiming for. So you still kind of get like, you know, a favorable enough situation. But I do think there needs to be either gaps in there, maybe even some stuff that's character specific. Because I mean, as of right now, there's categories of crossovers. Like some characters have they pop you into the air rather than knock you full screen. Doom will knock you full screen. Magic, Wolverine, Spider-Man will pop you up, right? Those are going to be better used if you want to be an aggressor, right? You want to turn it into a situation that's going to be like either a mix-up type of situation or like, you know, much more of a pressure situation. You just want to alleviate the pressure, but then create pressure of your own. Where the other one, you pop them full screen. It's like I like that difference, but I do feel like, you know, maybe even with that difference, maybe there should be like even if you want to color code it or something, or you want to just have the character come out a little bit earlier, but have it maybe be like, okay, if they can react to even the type of characters coming out, maybe that changes the timing. Just something. something to sort of spice things up, because as of right now, I've acknowledged now the meter management side of things, and I think that it does make a lot of sense, but it is still definitely missing something. And this
Yeah.
game not having a panic button for newbies, they're gonna get mauled.
Well, like a burst.
I didn't want to go as far as a burst. I was gonna say more of a like, so for Marvel games you get push block right now. Obviously this is Arxis we're talking about, and maybe you could say other than like a BB tag or something like that. They like their pressure to be pretty clean, right? Clean enough. Obviously barrier isn't push block, but it's that sort of like weird in between where it can shift the the character enough where it can offset and sort of unseat a person's like sort of setups and pressure, right? Obviously you would know that even more than I would.
Maybe
we talked a lot about we talked a lot about assemble counter. There is the assemble like parry, right? And when you move back and it's the sway, like that does exist. There's another panic button.
It's very strong.
Yeah, it's really strong. It's grabbable, and grabs are really strong in this game. So I wouldn't spam it.
You can catch it before frame 3, also.
So
it's not fully armored anymore.
Yeah, I would say though, in terms of like a panic. So when I think panic button, right? So don't get me wrong, that is essentially a panic. But for me, in fighting games, a panic button is something that you press without an understanding of when to use it. You do it because you're scared and you want some type of alleviation of either the pressure, or you want to minimize the amount of damage you're taking, right? Like just the way I was sort of explaining it when I was making the argument for me wanting more is that burst is a panic button because you're getting hit and you don't want to get hit anymore. So you press it, you don't get hit anymore. And then to you, that's a very strong mechanic. But then people who know how to play the game, as you go up in ranks, will start to burst bait and will start to do other things and teach you that thing that you thought was perfect is no longer perfect, right? Now, it's like in this game, it's the opposite. You need to realize, you need to figure out why the things are strong rather than the things being strong and then the opponent teaching you why they're not perfect or why they're a little bit weaker than you thought. And that to me is why I don't even consider them to be sort of true panic buttons. They definitely are, like we're saying, right? The assemble counter backdash is what makes it uneven rather than straight up weak. And when you talk about defensive mechanics, like one is very strong and one is very, what I would say, weak. But I would still say it requires understanding on both sides. And I think the fact that you got to use it neutral is another sort of mark against it, right? It's an extremely strong thing that you have to choose to do in neutral. Push block is another thing where push block and X Factor are both panic buttons in Marvel 3. Push block, somebody is making you scared because they're constantly hitting you and eventually they're going to open you up. You press push block, you push them back, right? You're like, cool. So that's your panic button. Now, as you get people get better at the game, they find ways around that, right? They find ways to minimize the push block. Either they're doing air dash based moves and they're landing, right? They're doing air buttons rather than hitting you with grounded buttons, and the land is stopping you from being pushed back. Now all of a sudden they're still in your face, right? Or they find ways to guard break on incoming. Now they're teaching you that perfect thing isn't so perfect. And the X Factor, obviously, you come out of guard and you just guard cancel and you kill the person. So you feel empowered. So that's why I feel it's going to be a hard sell for the newbie players. I hope that it will still be okay for them, but I do think that's going to be a bit of a sticking point, and I'm not sure what the way is around. Well, right now there is no way around it. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe
I think they can make it less. The only way I describe it is toxic. It's toxic because even though it's a defensive mechanic, the offender has all the control because you can't. I think by week 2, everyone's going to be able to do perfect reflect. I don't think it's hard. I was doing it in the beta on day 2, like consistently. I watch Dragon Ball. People do vanish on vanish every time. Even the mid-level players just do vanish on vanish. Once people either they get a macro or they'll get used to it. I know a lot of people that are playing at Evo didn't know. I didn't know the button on Friday and Saturday, and then he told me the button. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I think there's a screen freeze. There's just too much time. I think first of all they should make it that every crossover knocks you down. I think putting people in the air with some of them adds a layer of inconsistency that's not very good because there's sometimes you're not ready for the assist that puts him in the air. So if I call, for example, if I call Star-Lord assist, I'm pretty sure his crossover is the one that knocks you on the ground. But if I've used him in neutral and he's on cooldown, I'll get my next one, which is Spider-Man, which puts you in the air. And the air, you get like a scramble. I think they all should knock you on the ground. Then they can tech, but at least I can get a meaty. If I've got like a beam assist or something, I can pin you down for at least a second. And second of all, I think disassemble should only be for assists, assembly assists. I think you should be able to still call neutral assists. You just can't extend combos. You can't do lariat. You can't do that, but you can still call assists in neutral. I think that won't make, you know, the trade-off you were saying, well, if I'm going to die, I might as well get disassembled. It's like, I wouldn't mind being disassembled if I can still call my assist in neutral, but if I get the hit, I have to either use EX or end it early. I think that's a fairer place to be with being disassembled, because that is a win more. That's all win more. I just do pressure, always keep one bar. You can't stop me now because you don't have anything. And I think I remember me and we did try to do into the parry, press a button, go into super. I feel that should work.
Yeah,
I think that should work. And if that beats the parry, again, that I think that's a bit harder to do, like to recognize you hit into armor than going to super. But with easy inputs, it's not going to take people long to get used to it.
Easy inputs,
and that's going to be scary.
They're going to be strong in this game for sure. Macros in general, I think if you and the fact that you can map basically everything because they have the R3, L3, and everything, if you're going to start to get like sort of full schedule Infinity Gauntlets, bro, where man have just got 13 buttons and they all work and it's all sick. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a long day.
And just to throw a monkey wrench for like the people that know me for Guilty Gear, I actually highly appreciate the fact that there is no burst mechanic in Tokon, because whether it's I'm fighting someone new or I'm fighting someone that's like at the same power level as me, I've just grown, even if there's burst baits and like, you know, my character can do burst baits, I've just grown sick and tired of like, okay, I hit you once, you burst immediately, and I look at the situation like, all I did was just jab you, and you immediately bursted just so that way I couldn't get started. Meanwhile, I'm playing a character that doesn't care because I can throw items, or like I want to be at this far away range from you. What was the point of you bursting? And I understand it can be for the newcomers, or like it can be so that way you don't get this big damage combo. But I look at that situation specifically of like, then why did you waste that? Where with this game not having burst, where it's like you have to kind of hold this, I appreciate that a lot more, because I feel like with the games that we have today, even if they're like not as modern as today, it's like, oh, we got to make sure that the opponent, that we have to make sure that both players are able to play the game, and it's like, that's fine. I don't think the issue is that your game needs to be easy to play. Your game needs to be easy to understand.
I think on the flip side, right, like because you said, like in that situation where somebody bursts after you jab them and you wonder, why did you waste that? Isn't there like a unique learning curve there where it's like the person who wasted the burst can then learn how to not waste the burst, and then that creates like a unique learning curve when you're learning a game.
Well, that's the thing. Again, I said that even players at my level, at like, you know, top 8s, top pro level, they'll just burst immediately because their reasoning is that I don't want you to get started. And it's like, okay, but all I do is jab you. Like, you could have seen, even if like even if it was that I hit you for this small combo, the excuse might be, oh, you were gonna get a good damaging combo. No, I wasn't. Oh, you were gonna get started here.
To the corner.
Yeah. Oh, no, I wasn't. Like, you're too far away. I couldn't get this confirmed. You can literally see that, like, I wasn't going to get something from here, even if you did burst. But guess what? Now you're burst whiff, and I'm able to get this punish on you. Sucks, but, like, to me, it's a matter of, like, just learning and playing the game and understanding, like, okay, this is not the situation that I should be doing this. This is not the situation that I should be fearful of. An example using Tokon, like what I was saying before, the stun dipper with Star-Lord. If you see that happening, that might be a good time to go for the crossover deflect or burst, whatever you want to call it. Like, that could be a good time, so that way you can prevent them from doing pressure there. But just doing it when the opponent is jabbing and now they can block your burst, your guard cancel, or they can disassemble you. It's like, what was the point of you doing that? All I did was jab you. I didn't do charge overhead with Star-Lord and hit you overhead. And now you're dying, you know?
Can I say something on behalf of Charlie? Is I agree with you, and watching and like commentating Strife for so long, I really feel that when people burst against a jab and it hits, the dopamine hit of the thing working will never register that it was a bad burst. Because in their mind, it's always that, well, I got you off of me, even though when like how you said it, I see it as well. It's like, well, I want to burst to not lose 50%. That's what I want to burst. I don't want to burst to not lose 10%. Like,
yeah.
But
yeah.
to them, it
think-
was gonna be it regardless, right? Like that was the 50%. But you're like you knew and they didn't know. But to them, it was everything you do is gonna be 50%, and they're like, well, I just want that power. Yeah,
I think burst is such an interesting mechanic, but they could know. I could play against Pandemic. He's told me that. Now I'm only going to burst on jabs because he'll never bait it. Because he'd be like, well, that was stupid. Why'd you do it there? And I'm like, that's exactly why I did it there, because you're too smart. And I know you'll never burst bait me on a jab. That's why burst is so interesting. So to what Charlie's saying, in the grand scheme of things, with hindsight, it is a bad burst. But in the moment when you go, it worked, I think some people will never register that it was bad, but it was good in the same breath.
And see that is why. Sorry, that is why I think that empowerment is such an effective thing to do in fighting games, where it's like you could use a thing badly, but because of the empowering nature of it, right? It's like it still makes a person feel good even when they're making bad decisions. It doesn't necessarily reward them for making bad decisions. In a way, it's a net negative, but it's like that still mentally gives them that crutch, right? And I do feel like those things are so important in fighting games. It's you go.
That feeling of I'm not gonna lose right away. You're saying, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I think like fighting games. I've always felt like when it comes to devs talking about accessibility for fighting games, like easy to play has just never like. I'm not saying it never matters, but I'm saying it matters so much less than just giving a person a button they could press that gives them instant gratification, right? That instant gratification probably matters far more than them able to do ABC launch, ABC land. Like, don't get me wrong, that is also gratifying because they get damage. But I also think you kind of need to give them that level of empowerment in all places, and that is maybe missing in one or two places in Tokon. But I think that is probably the reason why they've made Assemble Counter so strong, because I do think they're kind of like, okay, for anybody who does stick around after they're getting molds, once they figure out, oh, this thing is super strong, they'll start mashing that instead of like trying to mash something on block. But I do think that something on block or something on hit is like, it's effective. I don't think that there should necessarily be burst in this game either, by the way, Panda Bay, because
no.
Yeah, like because this is a conversation I remember having in Marvel, and this was like Tempest back. Yeah, this is a conversation that happened in Marvel at one point, because Heroes and Heralds cards allowed for like burst and stuff. Yeah, and they were like, oh, this game should have burst here. And I'm like, so what? You want Moridium to have burst? You want Moridium Virgil to have burst? You want, after all of that work, that this person just bursts and then they get away and they put you through the hell again? Like, and you can't use that burst in full screen. You've got work.
I remember me and you have had this conversation many times, and my argument against that was always, you can't not have a mechanic, or you can't not include a mechanic because of how it might affect one or two characters, especially in a game with like a 40+ character roster, right? Like you're right that it would make that abusive team even more abusive, but that cannot be the logic behind deciding to not include a mechanic or not.
Well,
it's really funny. We're seeing the consequences of a Morrigan or a character like you guys are saying with a burst, because we just saw EVO Grand Finals and it was an Ari mirror. It's an Ari mirror, and it was painful to watch. And and 2XKO has the little sprinkle on top. It has a comeback mechanic on top of the burst. You have the burst and Fury on top of it. So like, there are extreme consequences to giving certain character archetypes a burst. Like Chip Zanith, the Morgans or Aries or whatever you want to call it of the world. Those are dire consequences because they have low health, yes, but if they have good burst economy,
You're
It's
never
gonna
gonna
be
get your
really,
moment.
really exactly. It's gonna be so hard, especially if that burst is plus on hit.
I've got a
Like,
question for Charlie. If
yeah,
it's
go
right.
ahead.
You know about like you know how third strike works, right? With
Yeah.
the universal. I remember having this. I always have this conversation with Theory, and I always change my mind depending on the day.
Yeah.
The mechanic of parry allows bad characters to have a chance, but it also buffs strong characters.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's a universal mechanic. Do you think? Obviously, no one's going to ever know because we don't have it. But do you think it would be better to have parry in third strike or not have parry? Do you think it would close the gap between the worst character and the top character if there was no parry, or do you think everyone having the ability to parry makes the gap closer?
Interesting question. I think off the top of my head, I'm going to say everybody. I'm probably wrong if you really look into the details of the game, but off the top, I'm going to say everybody having the ability to parry makes the gap a bit closer. However, but I think that's one way, that's one approach to the question. The other approach I'm considering is that, like, if us and everyone in this room were making a fighting game or making Third Strike, what I'm saying is that if we have the idea for a parry mechanic, we shouldn't decide to not include the mechanic because how
Right.
it would affect certain characters. That would be like it's something that should be considered, right? And we should therefore like be like, okay, because this mechanic would make these three characters really strong, let's now adjust the mechanic. The solution shouldn't be these characters will be really busted, let's now not put the mechanic in.
Right.
I think that's not the I mean, that's one way to approach it. I just don't think it's a very clever way to
It's
go about
kind
it.
of the
You're talking about
argument
the
of if
decision
this
of putting it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're kind
Sorry.
of saying the argument of if this character has this one thing, why include it in the first place?
Yeah, I just don't think that's a clever reason to not put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
Like maybe if it's like, okay, it makes half of the well, even if it made half of the roster busted, then that's like a form of balance in a weird way, right? So I just don't know if that's the best reasoning, is what I'm saying.
So
no,
a funny comparison of how I see it. In Guilty Gear Plus R, they have something that kind of functions like Third Strike's parry mechanic called slashback. And the way that works is that you only have 2 frames to slash back something, but if you fail, there's like 10 frames where like you're in counter hit, you can't block, and because it's just a 2-frame thing, you have to like really know the timing of what it is that you're trying to slash back. I look at disassemble similar to that because it's not like Street Fighter 6 where like you can just hold parry and pray that you get the perfect, and if you don't, then you're safe. It's a like, do I have the timing right? Do I know the move that they're going for? Can I get the timing down in order to get this, and then punish them afterwards for it? Because then that shows that my defensive patience and my call out is getting rewarded for your overactiveness in offense. That's how I at least see disassemble. If it can be played like that in the future or in higher play, then like Pachi did his job, in my opinion.
So
Yeah.
I'll say this, right? Like, so as far as a lot of the things that I'll say in terms of burst not existing in a game like Marvel, or some of these, mechanics not existing in whatever games, Mega Man XTV as well, saying parry makes good characters better. It's not the equalizer people think it is. It's from a first strike player. Obviously, the thing that we're talking about are after meta developments, right? So I'm saying it like after understanding the meta development of Morrigan and Morridoon. Morrigan's design has always been in Marvel games, and in all games actually. Literally every game has always been an attempt to recreate her vampire savior, her initial designs, right? She's more supposed to be like, she could have some balance in terms of the zoning and whatnot, but really her rush down is going to be doing the high lows, right? Doing the utilizing her dash and attempting to have pretty strong and oppressive rush down in certain instances. But like, what we got was like a byproduct of them changing the sort of base system mechanics, right? Of you can't block during air dashing, and them getting kind of worried about, oh well, now that that's happened, we sort of need to change some other things about her, right? You've cut the raw hit stun of the game in half. but you've also allowed, you know, her to fly much quicker. It's like there was a bunch of things that they did that ended up turning her into that monster, and them not accounting for that would mean that obviously, you know, they wouldn't have known because it wasn't by design. Like, if they were making characters like that by design and they were putting in a mechanic like burst, then they would be negligent, and that's where it would be like, well, that's not a good idea. If the game was constantly being patched, I think, you know, and it had something like burst in the game, they would have to probably just remove the way that she's kind of playing almost entirely. Because my thing is, right, is that I still stand by when I say that putting a single mechanic like that in a game like Marvel 3 is a bad idea. But I think that if you're going to do something like that, it needs to be a sort of collection of mechanics. That's why, like, even if, you know, in a couple months' time, we still feel like, oh, Marvel Tokon hasn't made the right decision in terms of the way that, you know, crossover works, the way that some of the other things work. It's like they've given you a number of things in a number of different places, just in case. It's not just like they've given you reflect and then nothing. If they gave us reflects, like, crossover, reflects, and perfect reflects and nothing else, then it would be like, oh, this is really bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they did account for, like, okay, let's also give them something else for this situation. Let's also give them, like, assemble smash. Let's also give them air, like, it's like now you've got to look at the sort of the box, the toolbox and mechanics as opposed to just a single mechanic. Maybe every single decision might be a bad one on its own, but then the collection, maybe it's like, okay, I'll allow the sweetened mechanics to sort of be like, it's not as bad. Maybe I could disagree with this one particular thing, but it doesn't make the game unplayable because you still have these other things. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like if they gave us burst in Marvel 3, and they gave us, I don't know, one of the other mechanics in this game, maybe we might be like, okay, well, this isn't so bad, right? For example, if they gave us the air assemble smash, maybe then we'd be thinking, okay, this isn't the end of the world. You know? It's the way I see it.
Armoring through burst. Okay, yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, imagine.
I feel like, you know, and again, to point the exhibition, that's like the highest level benchmark I feel right now.
Mhm.
Right? Cloud got a lot of like, he got a lot of like not the counter, like the assemble parry, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna call it the parry, just so that people don't get confused. But yeah, the parry, a lot of those in. Like he definitely, every time they try to overhead him, he did it on jump ins, right? Magneto's like charge H,
Mhm.
right? He always kind of like got it off. So it
Mhm.
is quite curious to see what the actual mechanics, right? Because we talk about them now before the game's launch, and we don't know if there's going to be a mechanic that's going to be super overbearing in the latter half of the game, right? Like we talk about disassemble, almost like we're going to see it every time, like we're going to see it get countered every time, right? Almost like how if you burst a jump cancel, right?
So, go on.
That's what I'm
think you're
saying.
gonna
I
see
think
it 95% of the time.
the burst,
Kind of
and I
makes
think
it.
that's fine of how it works.
Well, the thing is, right, I think one of the most punishing things, and the reason why people are either going to be too scared to use it, or when they do use it, you're going to see it 95% of the time, is because the risk is so high, and like on the defender, and the reward is so high on the aggressor, because like assemble gauge just does so much heavy lifting in the game. It's like to cut off a mechanic like that, like a gauge like that. I'd rather they take all of my meter. I swear to God, I'd rather they took all of my meter than disassemble me for 8 seconds. I'd rather they lock out my meter for the rest of. I would be willing to play with no meter for the rest of the match.
I agree.
Like,
yeah,
it's so crazy.
It's
like,
so important.
Yeah, assists are so important in a game like this, and assists are strong. Tagging's also strong. I do want to hear what you guys quickly do think about tagging as well, because I've heard some people talk about how some people have that I spoke to at Evo consider this to be like the worst tag has ever been, but still strong, right? In fact, no, let's go into that. What do you guys think of tagging as of right now?
Could I segue that question into my team, because I've got to go in a minute?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So my team, I'm going to play it. I just called it the alley-oop. I've got a video. I'm working on a video, but basically I've got 2 characters that I switch between mostly, and then I've got 2 characters for my assists. My horizontal, my beam, my shooter assist is going to be Star-Lord or Iron Man, because Iron Man is kind of cracked. I have to lab it first, but if I can get a meaty Unibeam on your wake up, I'll play Iron Man. Because at the moment, Star-Lord's waking up into guns is broken. Like any ABC, I call Wolverine, do lariat or whatever assist. You go tumbling, then you have to take in the air, take on the ground, and you wake up into guns. Right now is stupid. It's so free. It's giga free. If I can do that with Iron Man with Unibeam, I'll play Iron Man over Star-Lord. I think Gunflame, I see the weakness in it now, and I think maybe Earth Element is better, but that's only for matchups. Where before I thought Flame Gun was good in every matchup, there's a lot of matchups where it's not that good. It hasn't got the durability. After like round 2, when you're fighting other beam assists or other DP assists or other unique assists, Flame Gun isn't that good. It's super broken in the first round, but then it gets power crept. It gets power crept really fast. So I might go to Iron Man. My point character is Wolverine. He does everything. Yeah, literally he does everything. I can't think of something he doesn't do. He gets wall to wall. I'm pretty sure he's got side swaps. He's got low overheads into full confirms. If you get the Berserker, he's got armor. He's got a fucking really good fireball assist. Yeah, he has everything. He's got DP. Crazy character. And then with him, it's either going to be Spider-Man or Loki. I have to lab Loki first, but the reason I'm going to go Spider-Man is because Spider-Man gets good wall combos. The whole like backflip into web, you can just loot that. So I can get a combo with Wolverine, knock him down into Spider-Man, do my unique, get my Berserk, tag into Spider-Man, and just loop that shit. I want to get a character that can cash out on Wolverine's damage because his damage isn't that high. He just gets hit really easy. If Loki can do that, which I think he can do that, or he can get restands because he's got ice. Then I wouldn't need to play Star-Lord anymore because he can get ice restands, which is going to be really good for Wolverine because he's got a high low. He's got a high low built into his unique. So that, and in the last Iron Man trailer, you see Hulk's unique assist. Give me some block stun, bro. I want to play a little bit of not MVC, Dragon Ball. I want rock stun. I want to get that boulder.
You want rock
you
stun?
You crazy block stun? Yeah, I want some block stun, bro. I want some block stun.
No, not block stun, rock stun.
Rock stun. I'm going to steal that commentary. Yeah, rock stun. I want some rock stun. And I'm hoping that he has like gamma charge. So if someone does want to play a Magneto with 3 assists, I have one move that can just clear the screen.
They definitely, it looked like they were trying to say that basically he pops like a, do you know what I mean? Like after a certain condition, you can just blow straight through certain things and have. The only thing is that they used the Aegis Reflector to signify what he was doing. If they did like a Kamala punch and he armored through that would have been much more like visually obvious. So now we got to sort of wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, I agree with you, bro. Fuck Wolverine, bro. Fuck that character. That's
sure. Sense, bro. Yeah, he's annoying. I didn't want it. I didn't want Wolverine. Remember, I wanted Beast.
I remember Dark Beast, bro. Shout out to Dark Beast, bro. That was shout out to, was that episode 2, bro? When we were still Marvel Random. Holy shit, that really
I wanted Dark Beast. But yeah, my tagging, I think I'll tag. Depending on the matchup, I'll start with Iron Man or Wolverine. After I've unlocked Loki, it's probably just going to be Wolverine backed by Unibeam, and when I get hit, hopefully, Loki's got some skank where he like crosses you up, or he puts some crazy Asgardian magician stuff on orbs. I saw the green orb thing. I'll do that on block, and I'll use Loki to purely to have a gap where my Logan assist comes back, so I can tag back into Logan. That's what I want. I want to go back into Logan. Right. Spider-Man can kind of do that ish, but hopefully Loki does it better. I think Spider-Man, like I said, can cash out on damage really easy. He's really good at sniping people with Zip. Zip's really good for like sniping people that are trying to zone you.
Really good, by the way.
Yeah, and I'll just switch between the two.
Yeah,
those two will be like duo lane if we're playing MOBAs. That's duo lane, and Hulk will be solo lane, and Unibeam will be my my jungler. I won't even I'll call him Iron Man when I learn him. Right now he's just Unibeam, but he'll be my jungler.
All right. So wait. So actually, okay. So I just put this up here for you guys to see, but everyone else can't see it just yet. Let me see if I can switch over to it. Let me see if it'll work. One moment.
Oh, is this my format? Yeah.
So I use Tempest format, but really I should have used C4's format. But you should be able to see it in screen share, right?
Oh yeah. I'll explain real quick. Team is like the
Oh,
characters
yeah.
I'm going to definitely commit to.
Mhm.
After CEO are the characters I want to try. But there's not that big of a time frame between launch and CEO.
Mhm.
I see the vision or characters that if I see really cool stuff, I can switch to them on a whim. But they look like they're gonna take time to learn. And then my no's are like definitely no's.
Okay. So let's see. If I was to interpret just based on, because Mace a bit more specific in terms of what what you wanted and how you wanted it, but it seems like for the most part. Okay, well let me put that down for a sec. So you were saying
Is it
Loki.
easy to grab the list from the Discord or?
You are right. To be honest with you, it's probably better to just do that. So let me in fact just do that instead. So let me see if I can show that instead. Can I do that? So let me just
I have
save
to
image.
download it or something.
Yeah, because
And
I have to
I
download
do
it.
like your point. Okay, C4, I do like your point about Loki. I want to see more of him, or I fully like go like this is gonna be a character on my team. But he does look really good. Again, it's kind of one of those things that even if I do commit to him, if he's hard, like I know Diaphone usually commits to the wacko, really hard characters like right away, but he's
Mhm.
gonna take too much effort. And if you ever see me play a fighting game, I played Ken in season 1 of Street Fighter, I played Bison season 2, and then I played Sagat in season 3. So I play characters that are transcendent of like stuff factors like PS5 lag, right? Don't really have the hardest
Right.
combos, right? That kind of stuff, right? And I
Yeah.
say Street Fighter characters because that's a more of a universal language. But I played Darius Alawi at first, then I played Echo Alawi for the 2x KOers, and now I play Ari
Yeah.
Senna.
Yeah, I think like the learning time is important to like consider. I'm gonna learn Logan and Loki for sure, 100%. I've got the Google Doc pictures ready. Iron Man and Hulk, I'm just gonna steal tech. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna X copy those
Yeah.
two.
Iron Man seems like the Zato of the game, where like in the right hands he's gonna be crazy, but he's not gonna be someone that everyone can pick up. I feel.
Yeah. I'll just copy as much as I can from the mains.
I forgot what this dude's Twitter thing is. He at the last day of the beta, he made this really sick Iron Man combo guide. I don't remember it. If anybody in chat knows, oh
Oh,
my god, this guy was ridiculous. He was cracking heads really hard as Iron Man. He inspired
oh
me to like
really?
switch. Yeah, he inspired me to switch. So that's why at the end of beta 2, I was playing Star-Lord Iron Man. And actually, up until now, I still play combinations of new character I want to try plus Star-Lord Iron Man.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just.
only like a other. I think Miss Marvel has the best vertical assist
Yep.
along with Penny. Multi hitting, can't cross her up. Like jump forward, jump in DP assist is so gross. I think before they made the change about not being able to call assists in block stun for a couple of frames, I thought, these assists aren't going to be that good. But yeah, now you just use them offensively. You just jump at someone, block, and call it. I think it's omega gross. Penny might be better because I think Penny hits lower. I think Miss Marvel hits you twice and then she's like above you, but Penny, she is just ignorant as heck. So
Yep.
and then yeah, Ghost Rider and Kappa there because I think they've got really good unique assists. Just in case the rock stun from Hulk. Shouts to you for giving me that one. If the rock stun isn't enough, I'll just go to Cap Shield assist or Flame Carpet. I think they're two good unique assists as well.
I did see
Yeah.
that they nerfed Flame Carpet a bit when watching Cloud.
Yeah.
That like the hitbox isn't as big, so you can actually like tech forward or roll forward for others, and
Yeah,
the
he did say
hitbox won't
that.
be on top of you.
He did say that. He
Just
said he
gotta
used to get a meaty from Flame Carpet because they couldn't roll out of it, and he said they can roll out of it now. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
yeah.
So the other
I was
thing
super
that
hyped. I thought
the other thing that
sorry.
Cloud did say actually, because speaking to someone on stream as well, he was he and others, they feel like they got it down how long the lockout is on block when you block anything, really, like especially projectiles, because he's convinced that zoning is going to be insanely strong in this game. I mean, I already believe that zoning is going to be pretty strong in this game based on danger and others. But I think what cements it more is that like he believes it's a 30 frame lockout basically on block where you can't call your assist, right?
30 frames.
He believes 30 frames.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Now, if it is the case, what are we talking about with zoning in this game at all levels? Like how do you think it's really gonna pan out? Like let's future trip a little bit. Like, do we think it's gonna become pretty dominant? Because as of right now, because I've sort of been in his streams for the last couple of days, post the event, and he was just like, yeah, danger zone is gonna be insane. Anyway, because zone's gonna be strong. Danger's gonna be strong no matter what. Like zone in this game is gonna be great. Like, do you guys get that same feeling as you're playing the game against others? I mean, I know we've sort of spoken about individual characters and saying, oh, in specific situations, like if we start these characters like a Magneto or a Danger, they're not going to be so great. So go for it.
I actually think this. Yeah, go ahead.
Gonna go real quick and then I'll jump off. There is something really funny. I think I've got footage of it in one of my matches. So you can crossover on block assist at full screen.
Correct.
And your assist will come out and find the point character and hit them.
It was one of our matches, and I did it accidentally. And then after that, I was like, wait, let me do that again. Wait, what the fuck? That got me through the zoning.
Yeah,
I think block. I think that might, obviously you've got the whole getting reflected possibility, but I think the fact that you can basically disengage the zoning for a minute on block, that could be useful. Could be, but other than that, the fact that you can't dash block really well, there's pre-jump frames, it feels annoying, but at the moment, everything but Iron Man feels super committal in terms of zoning. Like, I feel you have to be right every time, even with danger. I think even with danger, you can track where the danger wants to shoot the laser. So after the first laser, you always hit the one that's on the ground, but the other two are in the air. So as soon as you jump, I have to make with Wolverine again, I make a commitment to either I'm going to run forward or I'm going to wait and armor berserker slash through it.
Sivo, what do you think though? If you're gonna cross over the zone and let's say the guy has the presence of mind to perfectly reflect you, and then you disassemble and you're set at full screen, just getting battered.
Yeah. If you've got me personally, probably gonna be to my detriment. I'm not pressing crossover unless if you've got a bar or more, I'm not pressing that button. Ain't happening. I'm just not doing it. I'm gonna assume that everyone can do it perfectly like I can. I'm just not gonna press it. But if you don't have assembly bar for some reason, maybe you did a block string, then you went back to neutral, then I'm negating your zoning with a crossover counter, 100%.
Okay, all right. File two quick questions and let you go, man. Like the one is in terms of the tagging where you call an assist and then they do the pose and then they're not hittable in certain aspects of it. What do you think about that? I've heard some say that shouldn't really be a thing, and I've heard others like, well, I haven't heard reasons for it. My reasons for it is I can see why they did it, because they just don't want a situation where they sit out there for so long and they're just getting absolutely, like, your characters are just constantly getting scooped up and swept, right? But some might think, go on, yeah.
The tagging off of recovery, right?
Yes, when they do their pose and then you can tag that.
Balanced. I think it's good. I think it's a good change. Obviously, creativity's gone out the window. I was fully prepared to be doing ABC, DP assists, and on my way down, tag into them so I get a high-low. That's not a thing, and it's for the best. That would be super toxic if everyone could do that on a block string. It wouldn't be fun. Yeah, and I think you can still get. If anything, you can get some really gross stuff. You have to work on the timing. But even like Wolverine, I could do, because he's got like 3 hits from his Berserker unique. I think that buys you enough time to do your assist and then tag into them. I think it's fine. Like I can do the unique 3 hits, then go high, low, and then tag, because by that time they're in the recovery of their assist. I think it's fine. I think it's not as dirty, but it promotes more creativity. Because then you can get sandwiches as well, where you've got one character on one side, one on the other side. You've got time to do that. I think it's way more interesting in, the character's in, tag straight away. Yeah. Even on block or on whiff. Yeah. You've got the whole, I remember Slash saying, it's going to be so degenerate because you're going to call an assist the assist might whiff,
Yep.
and you can keep your point character safe with a 50-50 because you don't know if they're going to swap or not.
Exactly.
So you can't punish anyone. Yeah, that's not good.
That's what people don't like. Like that. Basically, people are like, in that pose, I want to be able to just kill them and then just get it done with. But they're just like, in that situation, doesn't feel like they can do anything. It's like, it feels like the time to punish the assist is basically when it's in its active frames or its recovery. But once it hits that pose, people don't like it because they're like, for the amount of time that they're sitting there posing for, and they got some, and then like you can tag in and be invulnerable during that time. It's like, yeah, people don't like that aspect of it. So they're just kind of like, oh, we'd rather they just be sort of punishable at all times and just allow that, you know what I mean, rather than what they currently have.
Right.
But I've always said that, you know, you need to allow the sort of push pull. You need to allow both of these overarching mechanics to be very strong, because if one starts to falter, and it will at some point during the balancing phase, then you're gonna find a patch where someone's like, oh, well, only tag, or oh, only assist. But you know what I mean. But the final question: do you now think that there's mix in this game?
There's more mix. I don't think it's real. I think the closest person to real mix is Black Panther.
Interesting.
I think. Well, sorry. Right. Let me clarify. Asterisks. Strike throws mix because throws are broken. But in terms of like high lows, left rights, Black Panther, maybe like Prime Magneto when he's got all the fucking moons aligned and he's got everything he needs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I still. Oh, one thing I thought Logan had mix. You can throw him over his overhead, even though he's airborne.
Wait,
did it to me.
What, like ground? Wait, oh, as in jump and air throw him? What, ground throw him?
No. He didn't jump. He just did a grounded air throw. Even though Wolverine hops off the ground to do the overhead, he's grounded still, so he can get thrown.
Wait, was it in front or behind?
In front. I was literally just doing. I did like.
Crazy.
ABC? Yeah, I think I did ABC. I didn't even go into the neutral unique. I just went, oh yeah, he's not going to be ready for this overhead. He was pressing throw like you should because throws are too strong. So he threw me over my overhead, and I was thinking, yeah, that mix is. If someone's mashing, I have to like space it or call a lariat in there. But with Black Panther, I think she's got mix because she can also bait buttons with her mix. So I think a lot of pressure, like Dragon Ball, you can just mash 2H. I think a lot of stuff you can mash 2H. Either you're in true block stun, or you're going to hit them as they jump to try and cross you up or something. Obviously, you're going to get baited, but I think with Black Panther, when she's got the blessing,
meter.
When she's got the vibranium meter, she is basically unreactable. Basically, not entirely, but she's close to being unreactable. And as soon as you start putting assists in there, it's not going to be good. I'm trying to think if anyone else has mix that I've seen. I think you're going to get like neutral mix from like Storm with like the vacuum stuff on the wind.
Yeah.
I don't think Ghost Rider's got mix. I think his Wrecker stuff is fake.
I
buffed it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, it was fake before. I don't know if it's fake now. They might have made it real, but yeah, lied. Captain America. He's got the Hayun from Exard. He's got an attack that's an overhead and the low, and it's the same animation.
Yeah.
Why did they do that, bro? When he hits the ground with his shields, I got hit by. I was like, bro, I was standing. He's like, oh yeah, that one's a low, and I was like, huh. And then he did the overhead version to me later, and I was like, oh, he's got a Hayun. He's got two moves with the same animation. One's high, one's overhead. So yeah, he's got mix. You can't see it, bro. Guess.
No, absolutely.
I feel like you could create mix with something like Shuri and Star-Lord. Like thinking if you can set up ice with Star-Lord, you do your Shuri combo, call beam assist, it would technically be ice. So they restand, and then as Shuri, whether you set it up using the vibranium meter or you just do 2-2 for the double daggers, you switch to Star-Lord, and then like you restand them with a jab during the startup, and then you try and mix that way. I could see happening.
Yeah.
Like I thought that, I'm like, that sounds like a Sonic Fox ass duo.
Apparently, ice restand you can only do from wall slump or wall splat now. That's what Cloud was saying.
I'd be fine with that. I know
Yeah, same,
because they showed
same.
it in the Yipes match that like you can't do Ice Elemental Outlaw into Elemental Outlaw again. So it's like good. Good.
Yep.
You can still do 2-1-4.
I concur.
It's very good.
That's fine. Just no double elemental outlaw. That's stupid.
That is stupid. I agree.
Listen,
but yeah, Black Panther and Captain America, I'm very scared of in terms of mix. But other than them two, I don't think mix is that potent still. Smash.
I hear it.
Smash,
I mean,
smash,
listen, call assist left, right, bro. That's me. When I first played Dragon Ball Fighters and I called assist, try to do left, right with the assist just by calling it and then hovering over, and there was like auto guards. That was like me picking up SR5, doing low forward with Ken, and then the foot was hitting like the actual model, and there was no hitbox, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this game. This game having it is like the mechanics are still very, very strong, so it's not going to be like a Marvel 3 situation through and through. But that alone to me is always going to be like, that's a great basis for me. Once I can use an assist like a disjointed limb for left rights as well as just poking in general, and makes it much more versatile, that to me is like, that will be the mix up.
Doom in general, if you're able to somehow set it up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And obviously, and once again, I'm playing a character that's got a teleport, so I'm gonna have that ability. But the game still has strong overarching mechanics, so we'll have to see how viable that remains. But yeah, man. Oh, and final thing I'll say as well, C4, and then thanks for staying on for a bit longer than you were planning to. I know you were pissed, bro, that you couldn't be in that Marvel exhibition at Evo, because let's be honest, you probably would have got either semifinals or finals. But it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying?
It'd be like that. It'd be like that. At least now, I think K7 was the only other Wolverine player. Yeah, I don't want to get my character nerfed, so it's probably for the best. Probably for the best. That character is rabid, bro. Like zero skill required. That character is bananas. That's why I'm looking forward to labbing him.
How did they choose who got into the exhibition?
They decided beforehand, right? They'd contacted people, so yeah.
Chrome got in.
Oh damn!
So he's clouted.
That's a clouted. Don't do that, bro. There would have been people. There would have been people before me. The reality is they did it day one, and people had commitments, right? So I'm sure, you know what I mean. Contacts be like, right, we've called everyone else, and now we're calling you. Would you like to be in the exhibition? And you know what I mean? It was a lot of fun. Face Cloud first of all got Mars handed to me, but it was still fun to go up there and do some stuff with Penny and make Penny look kind of cool. You know what I mean? But it would have been nicer to see C4 be up there and go crazy with the Wolverine, because like I said, like Jay and Cross was there, and Cross was really good with Iron Man. Like there was you know what I mean? It was a good showcase, very, very good showcase, and half the time people didn't even know all of the mechanics, but they still were able to do some cool stuff. So I would have liked to have seen some great players up there. You know what I mean? Not that I want to compliment you too much, C4, because I'm uploading our set, yeah. Just so you know, it's gonna be C4 just cussing me for 15 minutes, bro. He's like, "Why are you jumping for? Stop jumping, bro." This and that. Don't worry. You see when the game comes out, bro. C4. Yeah, don't worry. I got something for you. Right. Don't worry. I got something.
I'm training with the Strive guys, bro. I'll be good. I
actually hate that. Do you know what? I realized after playing the Strive guys during that Evo how much of a cheat code that is. Like the whole Vex made you vex on your set that you uploaded. You weren't lying, bro. I can see why it made you vex. Like obviously, listen, we already know Vex, yeah. Big, like numerous championships, yeah. Winning multiple tournaments, one of the best players on the planet. You really can feel it even playing a small amount of time. I'm like there, like playing on the set. I'm like, Vex, how are you doing all this stuff? I was like, how do you know all this stuff already? He goes, oh, I'm just doing stuff. I'm like, you're not just doing stuff. You're doing better things than people who played the game like multiple builds. You pick the thing up after like an hour. Like you're just like, he's doing bloody cap combos that you're seeing in the guides, and you're just like, well, how did you? He's like, yeah, I don't know. He's doing like friggin' tag based mix-ups and all this other kind of stuff people wanted to see. What it's like I'm seeing comments on the videos uploaded now, and they're like, yeah, this is the best stuff I've seen so far. And I'm like, yeah, the guy didn't even it's the first time he played it. It's crazy. Monster.
Bro, all those combos he did to you, he did to me in beta too, bro. That's the worst thing. He's been doing all that nasty. I think No Josh was like posting about it with the Iron Man when he knocks you down, he throws the shield up and all that sort of stuff. He can make you so he vacuums you out of the corner and he gets the left right. He was doing that to me in beta too. That's why I was mad. I was mad. I was like, this guy, all he's done is play Guilty Gear, and now he's playing the tag game, and he's like understanding the mechanics. The first round, he plays like you. Normally, he's one of those people that loses the first round, and he goes, "Oh, okay, I know what to do now. I just won't do the thing that you're doing, and I'll win." It's so annoying. I hate it. But, yeah, and he can play 3 of his characters. He can play Iron Man, Cap, and Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's the other thing as well. There was doing a lot of tagging, doing a lot of. Oh, okay, cool. I think I know why I froze before. By the way, I'm back now. But yeah, yeah, like a lot of tagging. He's doing a lot of like he's just utilizing all the mechanics like kind of freely in a way that shows a lot of like presence of mind, which is crazy. Do you know what I mean? It's like you played the game beta 2, and then you just picked it up after like 6 to 7 like months or 8 months, and you're just like, oh yeah, done. Do you know what I mean?
In Senegal as well, Rav. In
Senegal as well. Listen, honestly, shout out to Ferrex, man. Like, nicest person I think I may have ever met. Like, it's just a cool person. Like, I was like, wow.
Super
like,
true.
Really respectful.
And now he's going to get Blade, so he can play Nago in Tokon.
Oh, allow it, bruv. Shout out to Neos as well, because that was... Listen, for those of you who don't know, right, there's a term in European fighting games, right, from Marvel 3. We used to call them French throws, yeah, because in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, French players had such good air throw game. They used to throw you like an inch off the ground. You used to sort of sneeze and then vibrate off the ground, they're air throwing you, yeah? And 15 years later, I'm playing against Neos. And Neos, obviously, winning tournaments, getting qualified for EVO, fantastic player. And I'm just getting thrown like 7 or 8 times in like one like match, and I'm just like, and he's like, "Oh, so you're gonna stop jumping then?" And then I think I stopped jumping. He's like, "Oh, you're learning," and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying." Do you know what I mean? It's crazy stuff.
Yep.
Crazy
It's
stuff.
a different game, bro. I'm telling you, it's a different game.
Listen, you Guilty Gear players, I'm looking forward to playing you. Marvel players versus Guilty Gear players is going to be a very interesting dynamic.
Yep.
So
give it 2 weeks. It's going to be sick watching that. I think at the start, Stride players are going to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the Marvel, the versus players will get the whole like pre-jump frame, landing recovery, sorry, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I have to jump with meaning." Because I think all versus players just jump without meaning, or any person who plays a game with no landing recovery or landing lag.
Yeah,
you just jump, and now you've got to deal with that plus 2 H's.
Because you know as well, C4, right? We was talking about panic buttons earlier. Jumping is also a panic button if it's got no pre-jump frames like that.
I'm always panicking, bruv.
Me too.
Always. I'm always. I don't know if I can call an assist with me standing on the ground. I think I have to jump to call an assist in neutral. It's just built into me. So yeah, I need to stop doing that.
Well, now you can. I mean, they changed the assist. I still maintain that inadvertently they've made fly extremely strong in this game now because of the fact that you can fly and call assist, jump and call assist like that. Giving you 12 to 6 like sort of attack arcs from Penny, from Black Panther is allowing jump back at call assist to be extremely strong now, and fly assist to be extremely strong now. So we're gonna have to see how that pans out. I think they've buffed Marvel players. So thank God. Do you know what I mean? You as an MVCI player, you had some things that obviously you had to, you know, respect and pay a bit more attention to. I think the zoning in this game feels more MVCI-ish, just to go back onto that quickly as well. I think it does make you feel a bit sticky when you're getting peppered by things, and that's what makes it feel stronger than it kind of almost should be. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the durability system in this game, I've still been trying to figure it out, but honestly, as of now, it just feels like priority system with EX. EX just blows through everything. Like if you want to blow through everything, you do EX, and then you get to go. If you don't, then you're going to be clashing with a bunch of things. I think that's a bit inelegant. I think Marvel 3 knew why they did a durability based system like that. Sometimes you need to have a bit more of a tug of war, especially if you're throwing additional durability in with assists. And in this game, you can call multiple assists, so you can get multiple spouts of durability. So yeah, man, we'll have to see. You know, but yeah, man, listen, safe for being on as always. You know what I mean?
All good.
Take care. Catch you soon.
It's been emotional.
In a bit. Take it easy, guys. Hopefully see you guys on the beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
Oh, and C4, where are they going to catch you next in terms of tournaments? That's one question.
If they have a Talkin tournament versus fighting, which is the weekend that the beta comes out, I'll go there. If there's no Talkin tournament, you'll probably see me streaming at home.
Noted. All right then. Well,
Yeah.
we will catch you, and I'm sure we'll be speaking more. There's definitely more guests for us to have on, and we'll see you then. Do you know what I'm saying? So, oh, raw.
Indeed.
Fucking venue change from Tempest as well. Look at that. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
In a
man.
bit.
Safe. In a bit. In a
Take care,
bit.
man.
Peace out.
Right, there we go.
Sorry, there's a slight bit of flooding in the room I was in, so
Oh,
big,
crazy.
huge, massive rainstorm going on outside. So I had to pick my stuff up and move.
Okay. Do you know what I need? I need
Yeah,
like
but
a
it's
yeah. Go for it. You talk away. I'm gonna find a picture to put whenever C4's not here, bro.
I was doing it in my office, so I'll just figure that out later. But yeah, we're Gucci now. But yeah,
Talk to us, man.
oh,
You got anything? You got anything?
it is a
Were you listening the whole time? So you got some stuff.
yeah. I
to
was
add?
listening the whole time, so
Yeah, go for it.
it is a big question mark whether or not we are going to run a beta tournament on. It's an open beta, so I assume you just open a bunch of accounts and you stand them next to each other in a lobby. Then you play online, but offline. But at some point, I'd really think to organize an online tournament on behalf of the Iron Grid name. That is a complicated question. I guess I never really thought about it until right now. We do have Regicide on that weekend. Joseph does handle that, so I'm not quite sure. That is a question. I don't know. It just posed like a really big question in my head, right? And I'm thinking about really hard.
I think people definitely, there's going to be an appetite for it. I mean, I won't lie. I think literally, I woke up one morning like when the date was announced, and then when they said the date, and then I saw on like one of my followers or some of the activity, someone's like, I just registered for blah, like open beta like tournament, and I think it just autopilot formatted to set it up, and then I was just like, wait, oh, this isn't official. Like, wait, what is this? Like, I was kind of just like, oh, tournament, yeah, let's do it, run it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure a lot of people probably will feel quite similar. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
I do.
Go for it.
What's I'm sorry. Yeah, I was listening to the mixed conversation. I didn't want to interrupt him because he was on his way out, and I didn't want to like bug him about it. But it's really interesting because a lot of characters have like some really fucked up left right mix up shit. It's like call assist and air dash over them. But their characters like Doctor Doom that you could do some really cheap stuff with his I'm gonna call it the Slayer dash. Yeah. You could just go like left right through people. Like I basically called 4 assists on one guy or 3 assists on one guy, and I just left righted him to death. And then the laser came down, and it came down on a side that he couldn't guess, and he died. And I don't think there's much cross up protection, if not any. I'm not quite sure. Someone could probably correct me in chat.
There's not from what I can tell, and that's one of the first things I think I checked, and there was no cross up protection. So I was like, yeah, great. I was like, yes, we're in there, bro. We're in there. You know what I'm saying? So
there's also the question of like, could someone like Kamala call projectile assist while she's in the air, zip to the other side that somehow also avoids 2 H's and like catch them that way, and like maybe still convert. Wolverine can still cover himself doing the overhead feint. Like as much as it's like, oh, this character doesn't have an overhead, right? There's still ways that like they can fake that out. Like you can still say, oh, Star-Lord's overhead is easy to see because it's long startup. Okay, but he still has like the jet thing that like lifts him up in the air, and he can mix you up that way. And even if it's not like a real mix-up, it's a mix-up in the sense of like he could do overhead, he could do fake overhead into low, he could do fake overhead into throw, he could do nothing into throw. Like there's still, I feel that there's still mix. It's just the matter of like we gave these characters these tools to make the mix possible for other characters to incorporate, kind of like a Skullgirl situation. It's not the same sense of I want to play Loki and I want Loki to have a triple low and an overhead that's plus, like nothing crazy like that.
So I'd always interpreted like the no mixing to just be like maybe the base universal mechanics are too overbearing to allow for it, right? Like for me, I was always like, oh well, Dragon Ball FighterZ has got no mix up, but obviously what ended up coming into that game and allowing for mix up was like, I don't know, like Bardock, like 1 frame high lows and stuff like that, right? But it's like it was kind of in spite of the mechanics and not like the mechanics was like, oh, you need to do gapless strings and then you need to create like, you know what I mean, a gap where you create that high low. But it's like some of the mechanics are so strong that I always used to be like, well, there's no mix up in the game, right? But this game, I just think, yeah, like to me, especially when you got grapplers as well, yeah, I feel like grapplers in games where you've got pre-jump frames, it's just like I feel like this just inherently mixed up. Grapplers with pre-jump frames and you can call assists. To me, isn't that just like call an assist, go for it? Do you know what I mean? And like sort of plink. You can even do like a plink situation where you try and go for some sort of grab, and if they try and jump, like they're getting grabbed. The only thing about in this game though is that what is it? Assemble counter. It activates on throw. That move, we're gonna start complaining about that move. We are gonna start complaining about it. And that's gonna be hilarious after us saying for so long, oh, this thing just defensively has got no, like it's threadbare. Like, but I do think that like the idea of just the pre-jump frames in this game and someone calling assists is just gonna be a bit that in itself is gonna be like, oh, if somebody's just running forward, oh, what the hell are they gonna do, right? Are they trying to like call assist while throwing, and then you're running forward, you're trying to throw a beam assist is happening. Beam assist is so quick in this game. You try and jump, you get like it's like it just feels like there's gonna be a lot. Do you know what I mean? In a messy way, but it does feel like there's gonna be a lot. But it's interesting. We'll have to see upon beta and release. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, anything else to add or any thoughts that you guys had before I just was through the last remnants of our topics?
Yeah. I had a thought way earlier. I know you guys were deep into it, so I didn't really want to like bring it up.
Yeah.
We were talking about the disassembled stuff, and I was talking about just blocking it out. And you're talking about all like someone spamming out all 4 of their assists, right? And I thought about this like really hard. It goes back to that no mix conversation, because like 2H transcends mix at L in some situation, or transcends assist in some situations. Like I was playing you, I called 2 of my assists, right? I called Flame Carpet and Iron Man Unibeam, and it was they were literally like just about to hit you, and you got me. You got me with a big 2H. And you knocked me. It threw me back. But the problem is, and I say this as the defender, assists don't go away on hit. So if you do a really chaotic situation where you just spam out all your meter because you know your opponent can't do anything, and there's 1 or 2 delay assists, you know, you could like 2H them. You could get a jab in, right, and start comboing them. But if there's one little delay assist in the mix, right, it's gonna hit you. It's really difficult to deal with. I think that's one of my biggest gripes when it comes to like, you know, I know you put in there like, is there anything major changes you want to see? I said it before, and there was a lady at Combo Breaker that was interviewing people, and I said that this probably must go, is assist going away on hit. It's very not healthy for the game's lifespan. I think it's one of those things where it's going to become like a strategy for scrubs, or it's going to start to lead to a lot of scrubbing situations. It's not going to make better characters better, but it's going to make you win more against bad characters whenever we do figure out a tier list.
Right. I mean,
that is something.
Let me just. There we go. Close enough. Welcome back, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. My love. You know what?
The way that you're describing it, Jordan, back in Combo Breaker, it's like, yeah, that's what it kind of sounds like. But experiencing it with the C4 clip of like me air throwing him and me falling on the Wolverine assist, I don't recall if I blocked it, but looking at it every time I see it, it's like, yeah, this is kind of fucked up. If like I like I'm in the throw animation and like once I land, I can't block it. You know, like situations like that, or situations that you're saying where it's like, okay, I know I jabbed you, like that should be your punish, but I get punished anyway because the assist is still going on.
Yeah, those are going to lead to a couple more of the frustrating situations. I've talked about it at length with the people that probably should hear it, so you know, I hope that something happens and you know it changes. But that's my one thing, because even if you're making this like let's just say you're disassembled. They just got freshly disassembled. You hit them and then Flame Carpet just gets you, or you air throw them and then on your way down, Wolverine Fireball just hits you out of it, right?
Mm.
Or like they do
Like-
DP assist on purpose, and then like, hey, I got the air throw. Oh, now I'm punished. They recover right away, and they get a combo on me.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing you can't do is you
And-
can't tag, right? If you get hit, then the character's not taggable into, so you'll have to just confirm.
You have to convert it
like, or,
awkward.
yeah, like sort of awkwardly. I hear it. I mean, look, I think it's like I said. I think you kind of need to let these things play out, and then you need to decide maybe in 6 months to a year, because I had a lot of people say the same thing about it can't stay, right? But my thing is, if you're making tagging as strong as it is, if you're making these other things as strong as it is, and you start to remove some of these things, that people are going to be like, right, well then I'm just going to work around that just by tagging. And then once I tag and I do it, then it, because if you tag and you create an assist off of tagging, it's not going to disappear. That's just going to be like an assist exclusive thing. So if you do the exact same thing but except you tag, which still doesn't actually cost the resource, then you're going to get the desired effects anyway, right? So then you'd be nerfing the assist to then, like, not force but encourage the workaround, and then like the workaround is resourceless. So then what would you do? You'd have to then maybe figure out if you want to make the tagging resource based, and if you start doing that, then, and that's where the sort of push pull ends up coming. So I mean, look, obviously I'm going to say it from a biased perspective. I played a game for bloody 20 years. That's you assist combo break, right? I feel like there's kind of enough in the game where it can be allowed to continue. Will it fester in the way that you're saying? It's possible. Obviously, Marvel 3 and Marvel games in general, the movement's very fluid, so you can navigate around those types of things much easier, right? You have some things in this game. Flight is quite fluid. Maybe that's the possibility there. But is it as easy to move? No. I mean, there's no movement as good as Marvel 3, and there's no movement as good as Marvel 2, right? The only movement better than Marvel 3 is Marvel 2, and then like that's that, right? So it's definitely going to be a bit rough, but I personally think it should stay. But that's you know why? Because I'm a dirty Marvel 3 player, bro. So
the way that I could see it, like not to disapprove of what you're saying, I'm actually like in agreement. It might be that might be the reason as to why there's just one health bar, because if there were like multiple health bars, then I think not only would matches be long, it would just be annoying of like, okay, I killed your character. Fuck, I gotta deal with these other three now. Where now it's like, no, you have to just deal with this one health bar, and even if they switch a bunch of times, it's like the fear of it is that if you tag wrong, or if you call your sis at a bad moment and you get happy birthdayed, and you're playing a character with a super that doesn't go into a cinematic that like applies to both of the characters, like with Magneto, I think like a basic BNB that I had, it did like a good 50%.
Yeah, I mean,
level 1 did a lot of damage too.
To be honest, and they toned that down as well. They toned it down because I was going through some of the beta 1 footage. My God, like two characters. I caught 2 characters of like an auto combo. I think it was just medium auto combo. It was like 90% damage. I was like, wow.
He just died back then.
Yeah, it was, bro. It like if I could fight. In fact, do I even have the clip? I think I could even post it for people to see real quick. It was obnoxious. I was like, wow. Because before people were complaining about auto combos, and I was like, I hear it on the whiffed auto combos because turning those things into, yeah, it is pretty toxic. But I was like, damage, like I said, man, Marvel 3 mentality. I'm just like, well, don't, you got hit, your life is forfeit, who cares, right? But it was a lot of damage. It really was a lot of damage. Also, just in regards to FGC Dima's question, and then probably from there, we'll wrap up with any of the final things. What do y'all think that they'll do for tournaments? I'm really curious on what they're going to do with those rules, especially with the stages.
Yeah, so I already have a format mapped out, and I guess we're going to use it next week, so it's not that big of a secret anymore. We're going to force people to start in a 3-zoner, and then we're going to lose their counter picks after that.
Good choice.
The only reason why they're is like there's 4 characters in each team. You can change your character really quickly before, so you can double even if you double blind pick. So if the double blind pick happens, right, and this is advanced, this is like deep competitive rule sets, right? Person asks for double blind. They say Captain America, you say Iron Man, but they both have like Star-Lord, and you get X-Mansion. They're gonna both switch to Star-Lord. Like they can just do it. Even if you double blind pick your whole team, you won't be able to predict what's gonna happen on the screen.
Yep.
Right.
You just have to look at Cloud's matches, because like he strictly picked X-Mansion, Star-Lord point, and like every time he got the wall splat, he got the meter, he got the extra assist, he got the health back, and he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do 50% on you with just Star-Lord doing, ice gun, too heavy, throw the EX grenade, keep doing this, and it's like, yeah, there's no transition, you just have to hold this, and now I can backdash and call Ghost Rider assist, like, nah.
So you know what? In that exhibition, they told us the rules were that you start on X-Mansion, which I didn't agree with. I think free panel is where you should start. I was like, yeah,
that's free.
Yeah, like I think like certain characters, like they're salivating at the idea of like, oh, we start on X-Mansion. Yes, sick, bro. I don't even have to switch to the stage. Do you know what I'm saying? Free panel, I think is ideal. Loser count.
If that was like an ArcSys World Tour thing, that would skewer power balance.
Agree.
Yeah.
Like, and the game already favors and early game already favors aggression. Now you definitely want to go for the most aggressive character you can possibly find like early on, right? So you're gonna want to start for me starting like Danger or something X-Man. Like it would be kind of suicidal, right? No meter, no reversal, etc. I think also what might be kind of underrated is because you can, even on 3 panels and 5 panels, you can choose where you start, right? You can start on a right panel, or you can start on a left panel. I think maybe if you're player 2, if you're player 1 or player 2, right? Maybe even starting the match with the opponent's back towards the wall while your back is towards the wall break, I think could be quite interesting, right? Like I might be inclined to do that. Yeah, go for it.
We did peep that. And I just kind of said, hey, this is really cool. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't want someone to like sit down player 2 side and then bring them all the way to the left side of New York, night or day. Right? Like I don't want them to do that kind of stuff. So
Hold on.
Your audio's cut out.
Yeah, your audio cut out. Let me see. Is that? Yeah, audio's cut out. If you can hear us, let's see if you can just make the adjustments. Because I would like to hear like what you're saying. Because I would like to rebuttal to that, but obviously I don't want.
Maybe his mic's battery died. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible. Because I do like. Because I actually find it very interesting. I do think it's worth bearing it in mind. I'm kind of glad I didn't make the video as early as I planned to on the stages, because now I think there's like so much more texture to it.
Okay, so my mic, my earbud just died, so I might sound a little worse.
You sound better. I think.
Yeah.
I think you're good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm on my laptop mic. GG's.
You sound better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think like truly, just letting the loser pick is going to benefit if player 1 won round 1. If 2 players of equal skill do play, then the person who won first gets a bigger advantage. And I am very aware of that. But it's like the old Tekken rules, and it's what's worked for Tekken. I got a good grip of Tekken games. I think it was like 3 through 7 is where they had that rule set. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it type, mess. But I also just don't want to introduce stage bans, because that makes it really complicated and makes the tournament run long. And also just, it's hard for people to even understand what stage bans are, how to use them. Yeah. Right. I want to make it simple for like the Timmy walking in to play the game like off rip, right? So
hold tight, Timmy, bro. Shout outs to you. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Timmy's going to tear it up, bro. You're going to see him in grand finals. But with that said, I do think that at the end of the day, this has been put into the game by the team, right? By Arc System Works. Are they going
put
to
in random stage select?
Yeah, I think that you could even do that. You could even start random, but I think 3-panel, because it's such like so in the middle of it, 3-panel, 5-panel, like 1, 3, 5 infinite. I think it's worth starting on. But the reason why, I think there's multiple reasons why it's worth allowing somebody to do the whole start on the right, start on the left thing. It sort of allows for the sort of best of both worlds situation. There are certain characters in this game where I'm picking a wall break stage, because if, for example, if you are Magic, if you are Danger, if you are Penny, if you are a few others, I'm wall breaking. I'm not going single panel. Like, I would rather just have the ability to wall break and remove some of your potential setup that you can do. Portals disappear when you wall break. Calibrate disappears when you wall break. Other floating on screen things disappear when you wall break, right? And so that is going to be a legitimate part of the strategy that you have to work on, like and factor in. I wouldn't allow a situation where, I mean, even obviously somebody gets splattered in the corner, you know, it's still extremely dangerous situation. You get extended damage, you get all these other types of things. But if they do escape and they still have those portals on screen, let's say they've left the portal in the corner and you've taken them to the corner, you can't break that wall. That portal is always going to be there as an option in that corner. It actually strengthens them in the corner. There are multiple characters that can be like that, right? If you wall splat me and you have me in the corner like that, obviously I have the universal options in terms of you know, for danger. But what I also have is my EXDP, which then can go towards the nearest calibrate. Like, those things won't be there if I get wall broken and I get okied after that. I'll have to set those things up again. That's why I think that that's always going to be worth factoring in, and that straight to the corner situation means that you know, now I could be like oh, well, let's say I'm Danger and I do decide to sort of have the slightly worse matchup of starting first. If I do get taken to the corner, at least I get, like, you know what I mean? I could either have a situation where I put myself in a situation where, like, okay, I set up the calibrates and I get hit to the wall and I still keep the calibrates, or I have one where if I'm getting mauled, at least it's like, it's not the end of the world. Like, I can still decide based on that. And so because it's such an important part of the strategy, I think it's just 100%. Like, you know, we'll see. Like, I think obviously we're gonna have to go in lockstep with whatever Arxis decides, and I think you've definitely been thinking about it a lot. So I'm not saying that what you're saying is necessarily the wrong way of going about it, but I'm sure because this is a new game, we're gonna have to maybe factor in and introduce.
You already had this on the. You already have this on the question list. Before you say it's a new game and we're gonna figure this out, I want everybody in the chat to just hear. Guess who's gonna win the first major? Let's start there. Because what character is the most adaptable? Like, if you counter stage pick them, they're pretty immune to it.
Yeah. What character and why is it Wolverine? Yeah.
Star-Lord.
Actually, I think it's Star-Lord. I think Star-Lord is way better than Star-Lord and Iron Man. Or like a league above Wolverine, because his 2H is so wonky, it's unreliable. So
I think Star-Lord's versatility, even with all the nerfs that they've done to his kit from Beta 1, he's just like a really perfect interpretation of Dante from Marvel 3, in my opinion. That like even for my team ideas, I'm kind of like hoping that Deadpool has.
I think Iron Man is about the same thing, right?
I think your stream went down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your stream went offline.
Damn. Wait, is that on the on YouTube as well? Let me see. Let's see if we can.
YouTube is still live.
Okay, YouTube's still live, but then okay, I think we might be back on Twitch again.
Yeah.
Are we back? Twitch, are we back? Talk to us. We're almost done. We're almost there. We've got only a couple more things to wrap up with, and then we're gonna set everyone free, bro.
They're back.
All right, sick. Yeah. So please continue what you're saying.
I don't even know who got cut off. I just know I was saying Star-Lord is too good of a versatile pick to have that, like, for someone for little Jimmy Timmy, if he has Wolverine, Star-Lord, Hulk, but he doesn't like Shuri, he could oh no, what did I say? Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, let's say. Team Avengers, but he doesn't like Shuri, he can always put Star-Lord in and he already has a good team.
Yeah, I mean, the beta 1 characters, they're all incredibly well rounded. And I think they're all on my picks, right? Spidey a little less so. I think Spidey is going to take some time to appreciate, but there also could just be an insane Spidey rushdown player that just beats everybody. You never know. But I think Iron Man and Star-Lord are very strong, very, very strong, and very easy to digest and very easy to get to their end game. Right. And I think that's a really big factor into like, oh, these characters are truly like they are like the Ken and Ryu of this game. They're the characters that do everything you need them to do and then some. They have a very high block stun back assist. So if you do cycle your characters, they're just fine. I think the other character that could possibly win is Shuri, because her mix-ups are nasty. I was watching the game spot, and her just doing dash empty low, and I didn't even know she can combo out of her install. So she can do install, it won't like knock down or anything. It'll pop them in the air, and you can just keep going. Yeah, like that's really strong. I think those three characters
for Magic also.
Yeah. So okay. So Magic. Well, I mean, because the clip that's still going around is the one that I recorded at Evo Japan, and it was like did a fireball into the Dark Childs.
Yes.
And yeah, and that was more the comboing off of the existing. But while Heart-Shaped Herb has like a sort of spherical hitbox that allows them to pop him and then continue that combo. But regardless, it's correct that both you can combo into. It's just that one I think has that inherently. But I do think Black Panther's going to be effective, but I do think maybe Black Panther's in a similar situation to like a Iron Man, where it might take a bit of time to like master the kit. Where like, put it this way, right? I remember like at Evo Japan, because I'm doing this sort of rotation over and over again, and of going to the booth and trying out the characters and testing everything and tinkering, and then I see sort of come through, try out like Magic, because I was like, yeah, I think Magic's kind of broken. There was like, yeah, like also I think so, and obviously Magic has more to the kit and more to learn and understand. That takes a bit more time. While Goichi still walk over, sat down, and was just like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like that was, and it just went on. We just played the character and it worked. Do you know what I mean? And I feel it's like you pick up the character, easy to pick up and understand, but also once you do understand, it's like the depth keeps going. If it was just like you know what I mean? If it was just like you pick up the character and then that's that, maybe I could. I think in terms of the fall off for like a Wolverine, maybe the fall off might come with the quality of the buttons. Right, the buttons are good, but maybe in a situation where Magic has disjoints on the swords, zoning or just projectiles in general, and those scramble situations maybe get a bit more. People learn how to control them better. Maybe Wolverine gets sort of stuffed in certain situations if they can't utilize the armor properly. But then even the armor, it's like the armor might just blow through all of that. So it's hard for me to sort of count out a character like Wolverine. It feels like Wolverine's just gonna keep going. I'd like to think that they, initially they'd eventually fall off, and maybe they might, but I just
even
think
a character like Shuri, because she's kind of similar for like the Grand Blue players. She's similar to Matera, where like you just do 6 unique, and like you're able to do the hop as long as you have the vibranium meter.
Yeah.
But unless they have it working similarly to how Spider-Man's web zip is now, like, oh, you can always 2 heavy him. If you can always 2 heavy Shuri, then like that's probably going to be something that's going to differentiate between the actual Shuri mains and people playing Shuri.
True.
And it's going to matter if you're a Shuri player that knows how to be patient or bait or like not go in as much. So like I believe. Oh yeah, and just how like her assists are and how you can utilize them. like I believe she can win a tournament. Is it going to be the first tournament? Because technically the first tournament is going to be CEO, right?
CEO.
That's
not to
too
plug.
early.
That's a plug. It's gonna be Iron Grade, guys. Like that
Okay, all right.
1 billion.
Shouts to hold tight Iron Grids. Also, like just so if you are in the United Kingdom, there will be a launch tournament for Marvel Tokon, especially in London as well. We're working that one out. I don't want to give any proper details just yet, but definitely working on something for launch. Details will come for that later. And there's other things to announce as well, but we'll get to those. But yeah, no, 100%. Like I think Star-Lord's a good pick. As much as I want to say the thing about Iron Man, I want to say Iron Man, but then it's like no, you still do need to learn how to pilot Iron Man properly.
Yeah. It's the Zato reasoning again. Just like everyone's gonna want to play him, but not everyone's gonna know how to utilize him.
Agree.
Yeah.
So I think
Mag is. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad.
You say Mag?
I think Mag. Yeah, Mag is that secret last character. It's like he's up there. Those like 3 characters. I think Mag and Captain America are very strong, and I think I think Cap shoot assist is gonna jump scare everybody on their first time throwing a projectile into that. They're gonna get jump scared. 110% of the time. He's gonna shoot his shield. It's gonna go through like literally like the entire city of Kansas, bro. Like or entire, it's gonna go through everything, and you're just gonna go like, what? Like
faster than my United Airlines, crazy.
No, 100%, 100%.
They used to anti-air. We used to ironically call it the Great Wall of China because it used to actually like clip you for some reason in the air. And we're getting like, I was getting hella mad. I was like, this character's shoot assist is broken. Like what? They brought it closer to the ground, and the compromise now is that it goes through literally every projectile in the game. So good luck, have fun.
So what do you think is going to be the most used assault assists? Like maybe not even because people are necessarily good at it, but they're going to be like, oh, this is broken, I have to pick it, right? Initially, everyone kind of thought it was going to be Hammer of Dawn with Doom. Will it? I don't think it's going to get used nowhere near as much. Actually,
I think it's Iron Man,
good system, but no,
I could see Magic.
Magic's a really good one too.
It kind of also depends on like everyone else's back assist because we don't know everyone's. Like Green Goblin, Carnage, we don't know theirs.
I was a Flame Carpet believer. Both.
Maybe
I think
Penny
like, all the way through.
I could see Penny being up there. I used to believe because of Combo Breaker. I used to believe having 2 gadgets from Penny in the back is going to be broken, but like, oh my god, as an item character player, the fact that like you can just hit the gadgets and they go away, it's like, all right. I get it. It's Pachi. I get it. He understands. I understand. But fuck, man.
They wouldn't have allowed it. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't have allowed that. Yeah.
That is my hope. That like if I can get some cool item combos, like premeditated item combos with Penny, she's a sure-in. But like if neutral is too tough, or like if it's not worth it, then I'm gonna pick someone else. But I can imagine people seeing Penny's back assist and being like, 2 gadgets, come on in.
2 cakes. Come on, man, let's do it. No, Team with a Boom 1 2 3. Safe for the follow. Welcome to now one of the mandem. Go right ahead, 7 Fist. Apologies, go for it.
No. I wonder, is Penny a Teddy type, or it's like a set rotation of items?
No,
or
it's
she
random.
A Faust type?
Nah,
it's random.
She's a Faust type. She's a Faust type.
Okay.
It's random, and then there's one that has
one
rarity.
Thing I will always agree with LK. The existence of Teddy truly was a mistake. Like, I know he hates item characters, and I know that it's because of Teddy, and that's the one character that I'm like, no, you're right. That character was stupid. I should not have that power.
They brought him back in BB Tag, and it was just as bad. Yep. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. So I think you've made some good picks in terms of the other assists, like the Iron Man assist and the Magic assist. I think probably Iron Man. I think Danger Drill is going to get used by a lot of people. A lot of people.
Yeah, because that's like a good secondary projectile assist.
Sweeps the ground. Like I think people are going to stay a lot more grounded. Well, they're not going to want to instinctively stay grounded, but obviously a thing that controls the ground is going to be very attractive, right?
I feel people will also like what is it? They'll feel conflicted of where to put Captain America because like he has a good shooter assist, he has a good DP assist, but he also has a good defensive assist. So like if you're the offensive player and you know that your defense is ass and you want something to protect you, well there you go.
Yeah,
like I don't think there's anything wrong with having a defensive assist. Because look at Android 17 in Dragon Ball. You know, you activate him, boom. The only difference is that if you don't activate Cap, then he doesn't attack, or like he does a different attack. I don't fully recall his character guide trailer, but just having an activatable defensive move as an assist is like that's good.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely are gonna have to see, but yeah, I think for me, I'll just lock in. I think Wolverine is gonna be on a team that wins whatever. Who knows? We might see Wolverine and Star-Lord, to be honest with you. But I think Wolverine is just too instantly gratifying. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll just be one of the characters we haven't played yet. But I would land on that, and I think Danger's assist is gonna get used a lot, like the assault assists. I don't think you're going to see as much Doom, at least at the start, but I think Doom... funny enough, so I think Doom works really well, obviously, for a bunch of characters, but the thing is that you have to cover the assist, right? By either pressuring or through zoning. Because I think there's something I found where I think at the very start, even if you make the point character block, it disappears, but then once it starts to move, once it starts to, after a couple of frames, it will then, even if they're blocking, being put into block stun, it will still come out and it will still, eventually activate. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in that regard. But no, definitely, we'll have to see. I definitely think Danger's drill assist is going to get used, and I think Wolverine's probably going to win, either CEO or something along those lines, or Cap, actually. Wolverine or Cap. I could definitely see Cap just being a common sense character who has insane payout, and yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say him and Iron Man and Shuri, and not every character has this. They're 2-1-4 Ls in the air wall transition. I'm just gonna say one more. That's a really strong trait to have on your point character. Right. Because characters like Magneto, he needs to spend after air comboing you to bring you back down to the ground. He needs to spend bar, and then he needs to do 2-1-4 L on the ground.
Right.
Cap and Iron Man, they actually can do magic sequence 3 times and then do 2-1-4 L. That's going to be a huge factor for a lot of people, right? Simplicity is going to reign supreme over what a lot of characters can do. As I feel.
Same deal with Kamala.
Soul, Leo Whitefang. You look at all the characters in the past that have won these really early Arxis titles, and they're super simple, and they don't do anything complicated. And they don't have a complicated plan. It's not, you don't see the Axel Lows or the Zatos or the Milias win right away. You will see these super simple characters. So I think again that's the trajectory. And speaking of that trajectory, I actually asked this question before. I wanted to ask everybody here what their team comp was, what's the temperature, what they feeling, even with the reveals, right? And now that we've seen every character, I want to ask everybody here what their team would look like, or even just give me a 6 to 8 characters, basically, of what characters you're really considering.
Sure. So I guess I'll go for it then. For me, if you want a pool of characters, I think 2 of my characters are locked in as of right now. Penny Parker and Danger are just going to get played up until and past launch, and then we'll have to see what else works with them. As of right now, I think Magneto's got one of the best. He's got 2 of the best assists in the game, as far as I'm concerned. And as a horizontal, it works really, really well. And I think he also is great to tag into, in terms of some of the situations he could create. So I think he's gonna be a great character. Also, the thing is for me is that I kind of want something to build around my two characters, right? Because this is another thing I was planning to I was planning to sort of make a video on before I went to Evo. I'm actually glad I didn't, because afterwards it's like I spoke to enough people that I was like, oh wow, we were actually on kind of lockstep in terms of how we're looking at our compositions. Like for me, I think tagging into 2 and keeping two assists like consistent is going to be at least probably how I'm going to go for it, at least at the start. And then if I need to go for 3, maybe I'll go for 3, but I don't think he needs to go further than that. Shouts to Mr. E as well. Tells him Mr. E also, this is probably either beta 1. I think it was actually beta 1. He just straight said, I'm playing like Marvel 3, I've got 3 characters and I've got a bonus assist. He said the cap assist at the end, I'm never tagging in cap ever. It's always going to sit there and I'm going to have the shield assist. Which I thought was a fine way of going about it, because I think also he's going to cover more than enough matchups with those 3 characters. But the problem with that, I think, is that if you're going to tag the horizontal assist, I think you're creating a level of variance that you need to really be comfortable with and really need to adjust. I think if you keep a consistent, like, shooter assist, then I think you're kind of laughing. You lose the ability to tag at the start, which is going to work against you, but what you do gain is that you just gain that level of consistency, right? So for me, I think first and third is probably my characters that I'm going to be tagging to and from. But if that is the case, those characters need to be comfortable on point. I'm not sure if they are necessarily. Like I kind of said before, Danger, she would work better if she has meter and if she has a DP assist. If she doesn't have that, she can kind of get mauled. Penny's stuff, if she gets going, is great. She's big body because she has big moves, not because she has armor. But those moves are slow. You need to be able to get them out and have some level of, the momentum needs to start to snowball from somewhere. But if you get stuffed a lot, it's not going to happen. So I need someone fourth who's going to probably allow for that once I have my full team unlocked. As of right now, I don't really know. Like, I've had Doom fourth for now on my team. Because I feel like once I've got the full team, I could probably call other assists that can allow that level of snowballing to happen. But if that's not the case, then I don't know. I've looked at Loki. So if we're talking so far in terms of pools of characters, that's Danger, Penny, Magneto, Doom, Loki. I don't know exactly how that character will play, but judging by from what I've analyzed in the trailer, I think that might be my point character. We'll have to see. If that is the case, then that would actually break what I'm going for in the only tagging into 2 characters, right? Because Danger and Penny, I do want to use. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you feel like there's gonna be like a more Doom or like a ZMC-esque combination that's gonna rule the meta, or is it just gonna be picking 4 of your best characters as a player and just going to town? Because I feel
it's gonna be the former. It's gonna be the former. Like if you make assists this strong, I think that it's gonna be the former in terms of how they work. Now maybe the universal mechanics can alleviate it so much that it doesn't become that level of intensity. But I think if you make assists that good and you also allow yourself to call multiples, then you definitely can create a pretty nasty situation. I think it's gonna start to really creep into people's minds and make them feel like, no, I should be picking this. Do you know what I mean? I can't. Okay. You know what I mean? But go on. What was it that you thought? Because you were about to say something that did cut you off. Apologies.
No. It's fine. I cut you off, to be fair. I was just curious because you're talking about your characters, and it's like, would you pick characters that would benefit those 2 characters, so the Penny Danger playstyle, yes, or would you pick characters that are you just are comfortable playing? Right.
I would pick characters that benefit Penny Danger, and the added benefit of this game is that it allows you to do so because you don't even, the 1 health one means you never even have to touch that character. They can just be utility. I've seen people say they don't want to use a character just for their assist. I mean, the sad reality is now that you can't.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the point anyway. Again, you're going to have a lot of people trying out Iron Man, and they're going to be like, I can't do this, but his missile assist is pretty good.
And that's why the mechanics in this game are so strong. Like the people can say that like tag is the worst it's been in terms of like maybe specific minutia, and they would be correct. But given the entire the package of the game it's in, it becomes ridiculous, right? It still becomes a ridiculous mechanic. And it's like, oh, you have this sort of situation with assist where, oh, maybe the limitation is if you tag, then you lose the ability to use that assist, but then you gain another one, and that in itself is insanely strong. So it's like, I would, if I do that, then haha then it would be maybe I would get rid of a Magneto or something. I think having two characters I really like and the other two being kind of throwaway and interchangeable is probably a nice place to sit. And if I do end up loving another character and having the one to rotate, I think that's still also a nice place to sit. But as of right now, yeah, go ahead.
2-2 team is gonna be the optimal play.
Yep.
Because like how some people were saying before in the chat, like, oh my god, Doom like just shits on Magneto. You might want to have someone that shits on Doom. So instead of like trying to have that character and Magneto work together, it might be better to have the character working with their other secondary character, switch the first two that you have, because it's going to be a better matchup anyway versus the Doom player. And then once you have your full team, maybe you still want to play Magneto, you can always just switch back to him, and now you have your team order how you want it.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I'll go.
I think cycling your order is really strong. So I think like I think the ladder, right? Picking four really strong characters that don't necessarily like do like sync up together is okay in this game, especially even all the way up to like the upper intermediate level. Right? If you just go, I'm gonna pick Team Fighting Avengers, and I'm gonna pick it in the order that they had it in. So like, you know, Shuri down, Cap and Iron Man, and Hulk doing Rock Oki right in the back, right? Like if you pick that exact team, it's not that they're designed to play that way. It's just this game feels like you can really mash any four characters together, and you could make a strategy around it. And the best way it's ever been explained, I just thought about it one night. I was like, yo, there really is 58 ways, right? Because your character's 3 assists. There's 58 ways to convert everything in the game.
Correct. Right.
And if you look at it that way, the possibilities become limitless. And I feel like we fall into this like meta thing. Like I play 2X a lot. Yasuo Echo got really popular. They ignored all the other characters. Ari was a war criminal, and it just took some time for us to figure her out. People didn't take that time because Yasuo Echo were so strong. They nerfed Yasuo Echo, and oh my god, we're in this meta, right? and it goes back to that conversation, like, oh, if we go, oh my god, Iron Man's so broken. Wolverine and Iron Man, they're so strong. They need a nerf right now. And they actually go ahead and do nerf it. And like randomly, like Captain America becomes the best character in the game, right? Like he's doing tricks on it with the shield, like, and we just didn't know what his shield tricks were right away. It could be a situation.
I agree.
So I encourage people. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
no. You were still going, man. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just encouraging people to experiment, even if, like, let's just say Sonic Fox does play Star-Lord day one, right, and he wins a tournament. Everybody should not be playing Star-Lord Storm or something because someone won with it one time. Because then that'll just stagnate the game, and maybe Shuri's broken, and we'll just never know because the CEO winner won with this character, right?
It would turn into like a Mortal Kombat situation of like, oh wow, Sonic Fox is playing Kung Lao. That means he's broken. Next month he's nerfed, and then it's like, okay, why is this person winning so many tournaments? I thought that character was low tier. And then they find out something broken about him. Wow, this character's actually top tier. Let's all play him. Now he's nerfed. Like, good. Thanks, guys. You're ruining the meta essentially.
Agree. Yeah. I think. So I agree with what you guys are saying. I think obviously
like, this isn't going to be a game. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. But like, this isn't gonna be a game that I feel that like the Zoomers are going to take kindly, because the information age that we have is just look what I can do, look what I can do, look at this character can do, look what this character can do, and like it's supposed to be like an instant gratification, like oh yeah, this is like a really strong thing, but this is built to be like try it out yourself. This isn't supposed to be Carnage has this thing, this makes him really busted, he must be top tier, and it's like no, like you don't know the full capabilities of everything. You can't learn it in one day, let alone 1 week, like with other games.
Agree.
Let alone 2 weeks in the time for CEO, right? Yeah, whatever wins
Yeah.
that. That's my message to the youngins out there. Please do not just see what wins CEO and all switch to it, and then just like say that's the meta for like till the end of time. Week 2
And then
meta.
come to locals and go 0-2 and say this game sucks.
Well, they will be.
Oh,
Listen, hey, spoilers just for those who live
I will
through
yell at
beta
them.
1 and beta 2. Yeah, like here's how the rest of this game's life is gonna pan out. This is from a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 player. They're gonna say the game's bad for the next 10 years, even if the game is very good. That's all I ever heard for Marvel 3 is this game's ass. This game's shit, like scrubby for scrub players. Anyone could win. This game's garbage. And then eventually people look back, oh my god, the game was so godlike, it was so this and that, brings the hype. That's what you're gonna see.
Virgil.
Oh yeah, exactly. But no, I think as well, just to a note on meta, I think obviously the most important thing as well when it comes to things that are quote unquote meta is also the gulf between what is considered strong and everything else. And I feel like yes, there's going to be something in this game that is strong. That's why I was saying that yes, I think there's going to be a combination of assists that is going to be very strong, and people are going to gravitate towards it 100%. But will it be a situation where you can pick other things and feel like I'm helpless? I'm not that. I'm far less convinced of. It's like the sheer gulf in assist types and their utility in a Marvel 3 is what made the big differences between a viable and an unviable team. In this game right now, it doesn't feel like there's an unviable team. And granted, we've not tried all the combinations. There's going to be loads of things we have to go through. It still doesn't feel like, even when you look at the things, you eyeball it and you think to yourself, it doesn't feel like there's going to be a thing where I'm going to pick these two characters and feel like they can't do anything. Because there's such a wealth of mechanics alongside like what it is you're doing. If you feel like the two assists that they have right now aren't good for you, you can just you can use the tag instead and create tag mix-ups. Like characters who probably have no business even mixing you up in this game can mix you up. Do you know what I mean? And the other thing as well is that they've made the character so complete. Like it feels like they put Guilty Gear characters into a tag game and an assist game, which to me is insane. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I feel convinced that we're gonna be okay in that regard, and I think that the possibilities are going to be endless, and that is what attracted me to this game in the first place. It just feels like it's such an insane amount of like it's a bottomless pit that you want to jump into. It's great. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's why I'm so excited because Star-Lord has so much. I mean, talk about my six, man. Like Star-Lord has so much meat on the bone. I want to play him so. I want to training mode him so bad. You have no clue. Like I've been thinking about Star-Lord conversions in the shower, like on my ride to work.
Oh, we're back.
Like when I'm like, yeah, exactly when I'm walking, like literally sometimes randomly I just think of like fire, like the fire gun conversions, and I'm like, damn. I didn't do any of those as a combo breaker. And I was like, this is like something that like I was salivating. I've been waiting for this, man. Like I've truly been waiting for this. Iron Man stuff too, but to a degree, he's gonna have like a set plan. So I think my 6 is like Shuri, Magneto, Star-Lord, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Captain America. And the only reason why is because Captain America eats all the fireballs in front of him. But the other 5 characters, those characters are sick. They have the ceiling is so high. I want to do. I'm just thinking about stuff like every day because those are the characters that are like they feel like they have mix, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to mix you to death half the time, right? And you know I don't know if you know my Strive playstyle, like my Strive characters. I played Kai and I played Milia, and I only played Kai because Greed Sever was ambiguous, like an ambiguous left right overhead.
Yeah. Greedo. Shout out to Greedo Server. What a move, bro. That was do you know what?
Yeah.
Did I even give my 6, by the way? I think I gave 4 of them. I gave at least 5. So just to say them,
Yeah.
I'll say Danger. It was okay. I said Danger, Magneto, Penny, Doom, Magic. I can't be saying that I think Magic is this good of a character without like. I feel like she's versatile enough that in the way that I play, where I would typically gravitate towards playing dry, right, just being much more of a zoner. I think she does that very, very well. So I'm still willing to get that done. And also, I think a disjointed sword normals in a game like this is not okay, but it's gonna be sick. Do you know what I mean? I think that
the
character,
stuff that I thought in my brain,
Mhm.
or at least like what I believe can work. I keep telling myself like I can take her out and then put Kamala in, but I could just put both of them,
Yep.
and then they'd be really fucked up.
yeah, exactly. So like,
her thing might be you need a partner, not even an assist, a partner that like helps optimize portals to the max.
Yep. If you do that, like the character becomes broken. You can't. The thing about that character is that you can't escape her. If you let her prepare it, you can't go somewhere. If you sit for too long, she will find you. She's Liam Neeson in Taken. She's Candyman. She's fucking was it Hisako in Ringu? She's Ringu girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's climbing through it and she's getting you, bruv, no matter where you are. That's what makes her such an insane character. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we barely even scratched the surface of her. So there's that, right? And I think I said Loki I wanted to try because I'm convinced that if I try Loki and Loki doesn't work out, Storm was on my beta 1, right? And I was convinced in beta 1 that Storm's going to be one of the best characters in the game. I still sort of believe that, but obviously you guys play more Arxis games than me, and perhaps like the quality of her normals might be a factor into how consistently good she could be. I think because of wind is so anomalous that I feel that there's going to be a big difference between a month 1 Storm and a year 5 Storm. You're going to see insane differences in terms of the minutiae of how the wind is utilized.
Storm is strong.
I think she's one of the best characters.
There's a tier for my stuff, right, where I just put after CEO. There are characters on that list that I believe require so much time in the lab that it's going to be very hard for me to like quantify almost what they can do. So like Storm, Penny, Spider-Man, and Penny, and Loki to a degree, right, are all in that tier of like I need to figure out what they do and what they can do, what the upper limits of what they can do, in order to like basically make it so that I can go and confidently put them on my team, confidently cycle them if I get hit or a situation goes horribly wrong, right? Like let's just say the situation Hulk is doing like stomp left, right, 50-50. This is an example. I don't think he has those, but you know, let's just say like he's coming down and he does the stomp and it's left, right, and I gotta guess. I don't think Storm is that great for that situation, I'll be honest. Even her 214M, if it goes the wrong way, she's screwed. She just loses. Like she can't like double jump out of it and stuff. I don't know if she can in this beta. I tried her first because I was like, I didn't care. I was like, I'm playing Storm no matter what.
You don't know if Penny can double jump?
No, I didn't know Storm could double jump out of her 214M. I hope she can.
She can. Wait, so, you're talking about what the tornado? Yeah,
yeah.
So she can float.
The anti-air tornado.
Oh, the anti-air. She can float. She can fly out of it. She can fly.
Okay.
Yeah, she can fly out of it. So, which is a really strong transition into flight, because from what I understand, the only other character that can really do something better, but comparable to that is Iron Man, right? But she's got that situation where she could be doing strings of and then do that move, and then she could just go straight into flight and then navigate via that, which I think is going to be probably utilized quite a lot, right? It's going to be really interesting to see how that's worked. But yeah, I think that character's amazing, honestly. Really do love what they've done with her.
Penny, I could see Carnage being another character that like people will need time with. after
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
Shuri for sure.
Penny can
'cause I
scam
think-
you. Penny can really scam you though if you don't understand her kit. Like for me, like, because I don't know what like CEO, if it's, do you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. If I'm entering, then it'll be like there's times where I'm playing a set with somebody with Penny at Evo, and I do something and I get the kill, and I'd be like, you just didn't know. Like I can't even be like, yeah. I'll be like, you just didn't know. And if you don't know, it's not like you can't eyeball it and be like, oh, well, you just didn't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's interesting.
We don't have the game. It's all right.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
No reason. Yeah, no reason to get mad.
Yeah, literally. But nah, man. Did you give your 6 Panda Bag? And then after that we'll move to wrap up.
6 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so yeah, I've been talking about like Camelot and Magic a lot. They just like Magic just feels like a good point character, especially with Magneto. Again, I think they're like uncle and niece combo that like they just either they just cover neutral for each other, or they cover like things that they're missing in their pressure, or even for their combo sequences. That I think like there's something there that I tried out at Evo that's like there's a secret sauce with both of them that I want to try and crack open. I think Kamala's snowballing is going to be very strong, and a lot of people are not going to recognize it right away. The fact that like she can wall to wall by herself with not essentially any hit. Like if you get a grounded hit and you don't 2M, you do have to go for either Knuckle or Jersey Lariat and then call an assist and convert that way. But like you can just do that. Like let's say you do 5M 5H Knuckle punch and then you call an assist. You can always just zip to them. You've closed the distance right there, and then you can pick up off of that and just carry them to the corner, knuckle punch in the air. You've broken the wall. Now you have 2, 3, 4, all your assists. And like if you haven't even finished the first round, that's too strong not to put in your team. And from what I played against with C4, I think they buffed her movement a lot. Like she just felt more floaty in a good way. She felt like she could carry air momentum pretty easily. Her grounded movement still feels incredible. And like the 5U nurse that they reverted from beta 2 is like, thank you, thank you for that. They didn't like go hard, but they did enough of a change as like actually not as busted as beta 1. In terms of the other 3, the way I'm kind of seeing it, like being preemptive about it, I'm gonna try Blade come the open beta, but I feel like with how Johnny coded they're making him sound, I'm probably not gonna like him because I'm not really good with resource characters. So I'm gonna be hopeful that Deadpool and Loki can be, if not like a replacement for Magneto, perhaps a like good back assists. I'm kind of putting that faith more into Loki because characters that I just like that seem like that they do a lot and are interesting. That's usually a character that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down, I'm gonna learn them, I'm gonna try and crack everything I can open with them, put it on Twitter and see what other people are thinking about the character as well, and then try and take whatever they've dissected and see if I can go even deeper and like make it even more fucked up than what even they thought. And I feel like Loki can do that. And if Loki or Deadpool can't do that, Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. Okay, cool. So that was. Oh, also thank you for reminding me about Kamala. That was the other character. I was like, yeah, I think she might be a secret top tier. Like, I think she's just not a like. Her moveset, her toolkit just isn't glamorous. Do you know what I mean? And like the way she looks is like a character people won't necessarily naturally gravitate towards. But I think she's like a bit of a secret top
That's
tier.
what people said about May in the beginning of Strive.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the only reason, realistically, the only reason that I'm gonna play her, and I had this situation also with Terry in Fatal Fury. She's from Jersey. I have to play her.
Jersey Lariat, boy.
Yeah, just like how Terry was voiced by the same voice actor as Faust. Guess I have to play Terry, and then I ended up being the Terry guy for the City of the Wolves community.
Nah, good shit, man. Good shit. So yeah, that was So wait, say your 6 one more time, just to just round them off, just sound them off one after the other.
Deadpool, Loki. Yeah, Deadpool, Loki, Kamala, Magic, Magnus, and Peter Quill.
That was it. All right. So that's the 6. That's the 6. So and myself, I said just one more time. That was, let me just bring it back up again. It was something like Danger, Magneto, Penny, Doom, Loki, Magic, but I kind of wanted Storm in there as well. But Storm does feel like a full-time character. Probably wouldn't be something I'd be pocketing. I'd either be, if I'm really gonna play her, probably properly play her. So maybe that would be the 6. I'll leave Storm out, but I really wanted to put Storm in there as well. But yeah, that'll probably be the 6. And Tempest, one more time.
I feel like you can, if you have to commit to the character. I mean, I don't know if you're in a tight time window. I don't know how heavily you're competing is at like CEO, where the window is like very like small between the game's launch. Because I feel like for me, right, my events, the lineup, I have to run Northeast Knockout, so it's unfortunate. Can't play. So it's CEO, and then I'm just looking at some August regionals just to figure, go out. Then it's skip a little bit, SQXL Electric Clash, and I'm just like practicing really hard for those events. So I have a 2-week window and then a 2-month window to practice up. And I might go to one of the Chicagoan events. I might just take the 12-hour, 13-hour drive. But my 6 characters off rip, were Shuri, Magneto, Star-Lord, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Captain America.
All right. Well, that's the 6. And now I think it's time for us to wrap up. So we'll finally say what the next tournament is. Well, actually, we've kind of all said the next tournaments we're going to, right? But CEO, it looks like we are locked in, right? Myself, I'm going to be going to CEO. Pendabetic, you are also going to CEO. Tempest, you are also going to CEO?
Yep, I am. And just a shameless plug, everybody in the Northeast is going, but Northeast Knockout September 5th, and then Iron Grid is I guess I'm announcing it here, but August 8th. That's going to be the first one for Tokon. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it looks like I'm trying to 3D print an Infinity Gauntlet for the first person who wins.
I have to come true for that. I ain't going to lie, bro. Put that on the wall right somewhere. Where am I putting it?
Just give me an Infinity Stone. It's okay.
Don't
give me an egg. Don't give me an egg. I don't want the
hold tight the Infinity eggs. I'm going on eBay right now for the Infinity eggs, bruv. That's what I'm talking about, bruv. Nutritious. But yeah, listen, either way, that's been us. I guess I'll also throw a little announcement in as well. I wanted to actually have it done before I started this podcast, but either way, I'll just sort of say it now, and then tomorrow I'll tweet it out, post out the links and whatnot. But basically starting a EU Marvel Tokon Discord. We need ourselves a base for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls in Europe, and there are many countries, many people who play. And if you are one of those people, please, when I tweet out, do join, and let's all just level up together. Also, we'll organize all of our tournaments in a nice little central hub for people to come and see, find easily, and gain visibility. And we will have ourselves a beautiful, beautiful base. Works quite hard on a number of things, so it should be cool. Yeah, man, and that'll be great, man. Do you know what I'm saying? That'll be an awesome thing for everybody to sort of hop onto. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be that. And
that's fire.
Thanks, man.
That is fire.
Yeah,
I love when people get their community together, man.
Yeah, man. It was like, because I think definitely doing it for Marvel Free, for Parsec Marvel Free for EU was a lot of fun. I did it like sort of initially out of necessity, and shout outs to others who picked up the torch and did more for longer than I did, right? I did it because I was like, people need to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's the greatest game on planet Earth, right? And just everything was just like to further that non-stop. And now I think it's just going to be great to sort of hit the ground running. It's going to be a new crop of players. I feel like Marvel 3 is the last time I felt like it's a game that could unite the clans like this. And I think if we're going to do that this time around, let's just give ourselves the best possible chance. Let's make sure all the killers that are around in Europe get their visibility and are known. So definitely do look out for that. I'll be tweeting that tomorrow once I've done with all the graphics and everything's all, you know, hunky-dory and I know it all works well. We can all swoop in and get that popping. Do you know what I'm saying? So that'll be that. Anything else you guys want to plug before we wrap up?
My YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch are all under Pandabetic, and just to add to what you said, Chrome, I do believe I was saying this at Evo. Some people kind of took it the wrong way, but I do believe that in the same sense as Street Fighter is like top tier in Japan. Obviously, it's not going to be the same. I don't think that's going to be the same degree as Street Fighter, but I do think that Tokon is going to be that top game for the US. And I'm hoping that it brings the return of the big two.
Interesting.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, for someone that doesn't understand, Big Two back in Next Level, it was like, it's just these two games that people are coming for, Street Fighter and Marvel 3.
Yep. That was, you know, that kind of, it worked for and against, right? Like Marvel 3 was hated on because it was popular. And it did sort of, you know, it was an unfortunate pyramid, right? Some games did suffer for it because sometimes the game would be on and it'd be a great game. People would be like, when's Marvel? They don't even try and pay attention. Do you know what I'm saying? Which was a little bit sad, but it was like also testament to how great the game was. So
I see some of that nowadays, but you know, I know during 2XKO I was on the YouTube chat because I have YouTube Premium, so I don't get ads there. And all I saw was, when is Tekken 8 starting? When is Tekken 8 starting? When is Tekken 8 starting? Please get Tekken 8 start.
Yeah. So there you go. Exactly.
But hey.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. Got the two shows out of the way. I've been to Charlie. Do you have anything you would wish to show? Talk to us.
Nope. Not really. Just my Twitter is EBCharlie and my YouTube is also Earthbender Charlie. I didn't get to say much this episode, so I feel like plugging my stuff would be a bit like, who's this guy chatting shit about follow me at XYZ when he didn't even say nothing. So
fuck that, bro.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth closed.
Chill it. Nah, bro. Nah, you're co-host for a reason, bro. You get to walk in the last 5 minutes and just pick up, be like, yeah, all right, boys, we'll take it from here. Do you know what I mean? You're the FBI in the movies at the end where the cops have done all the dog work and like, all right, boys, we'll take it from here. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me at Earthbender Charlie. My channel is, you know, still growing, still young. I'm trying to do the whole variety gaming streaming thing because there's a whole bunch of, I mean, just like everyone else here, right? Like, we're not just into fighting games, but I'm trying to more so talk about, you know, other games and also other topics like, you know, social issues and, you know, sometimes a bit of politics, sometimes a bit of, you know, philosophy shit. So if you're into that, then be sure to hit me up.
Cool. Also, Tempest, talk to me about your socials. Where can I find you and your socials?
Everything is under Tempest FGC. And if you want to find the Iron Grid tournaments, if you feel so inclined, it's under Iron Grid FGC. And I'll just plug the wife because she's not here. You know, the PGT FGC, you know.
I like it. Pandabetic, where can I find you and yours?
YouTube is Pandabetic. Twitter is Pandabetic with 2 underscores. It's a picture of my face if you look it up. And Twitch is also Pandabetic. If I'm not streaming on the Iron Grid side when the locals happen, I'm doing whatever I can, whether it's +R, waiting for Tokon in the waiting room, or if I feel like playing something different like Mega Man Star Force, Mega Man 8, because I'm a big Mega Man fan. Or whatever it is, I just feel like playing on that day specifically.
All right, sounds good. And you can find me at Chrome Alchemist on Twitter. The YouTube, if you're not looking at us on YouTube right now, is Advancing God TV. That's where you'll find all things Tokon related. Been posting loads and loads of Tokon footage from Evo. Still got a lot more to post, so do look out for that. Next thing I'm going to be posting is going to be Flux versus Verix. Hopefully, if all goes well, should have Flux on the next episode of Talkin Tokon as well. Also, Twitch is Chrome Alchemist. Not been using it as much, been mostly focused on the Advancing God, but I do also stream to there too, so that one is worth following. So that is at Chrome Alchemist on Twitter, Advancing God TV on YouTube, and Chrome Alchemist on Twitch. So that has been a fantastic episode of Talkin Tokon. The next one, we'll have to see when the next one is. We may not necessarily have a full house on the next couple. We'll have to see people's availability or if people are up for it. But we may see if we can get a couple more in, maybe even before the open beta comes in the next couple of weeks. Still do a bit more prep, have a few more people on, get their opinions, get their thoughts, talk some more shop. But we'll have to see. That won't be in the works. But either way, definitely around time of the beta, you'll definitely get another Talkin Tokon. So do look out and listen out for that. And as soon as I figure out how to friggin' also multi-stream to Twitter, then you'll also get us on there. So until then. Either way, it's been emotional. Safe you lot. And be sure to follow everyone on here. Oh, as well, at IMC4IQ. Is it IMC4 at IMC4IQ or IMC4? Let me see.
I think it's IQ.
Cool. Yep, it is. So at IMC4IQ is for C4. Also, he is on YouTube too, so do be sure to find him on YouTube as well. So if you want to find some token related stuff, also get that from C4, who is not here to plug himself, so I will do that too. So until next time, may well have another episode coming next week. We'll have to see. It might be a little bit, of a more compact one. We'll see what happens. No promises, but either way, gonna have some more content out.
Return of the King ending, bro. How many endings do we have? Set us free.
D-side.
All right. It's done. But
all right.
Also a new series coming out, Fighting Theory. Do be sure to look out for that. Anyway, bye.